Man, welcome back to the episode of the podcast.
Never needed it.
That's DAEPICENTRE, the British way, if you didn't know.
The UK way.
And right now, the voice that you're hearing is none other than Mr. Sir, Your Highness King BRIL. And to the left of me, I have my dog, greatest co-host in the world, Mr. Girls Like STERL.
You already know what it is, man. Girls Like STERL, a.k.a. Mr. No Cap.
Amen.
Hostess with the mostest. I'm in here.
Amen, amen. And to my far left, we have our irregular co-host. Boom. Mrs. Kayla J. Hover.
Back in action.
Rocks in the air.
And don't forget who behind the cam.
You know what I'm saying? Big Pank.
Young Pank. Whatever you want to call him.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you in here.
Big Willie.
Big Willie style.
Yeah.
Pause,
Yo,
man.
that's crazy.
Yeah, pause that.
That's crazy. Man, it's been a long time since we done a current events pod. So let's go around the room. Let's get a check right now. How y'all feeling? How you doing, Stir?
I'm good. Everything is good. Another false winter, as you call it. You know what I'm saying? So weather's been up and down. So, you know, that's not the best. Aside from that, what else I've been doing? Work. You know what I'm saying? We trying to prepare for spring.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, it is spring. Spring, summer, all that. But nah, it's been good. No complaints. You know what I'm saying? Just staying busy, bro. Staying busy, maintaining.
That's good stuff. Kayla, J. Hover, how we doing?
Been great. Just working content. We had the adult field day this past
let's
Saturday.
get into it. Oh, we didn't talk about
Fire.
Pank. We didn't talk about Pank yet.
Oh,
About to say
sorry,
Pank.
We was about to get
Pank,
into
how
your
you
topic.
doing? How you doing?
Blessed. I'm
Blessed.
I'm here.
Yes.
But yeah, man. So what did y'all do? What did y'all do recently? What's going on in your life?
Field day.
Yeah,
Yes,
let's
field
get
day.
into it. Let's get into it.
So that was dope. That was our second annual adult field day through Newark CMV. And I want to thank you guys for coming out and coaching a team.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
yellow
sure y'all gonna
team.
tell them that y'all won.
We
but-
did, and I got the trophy in my car.
We
I should've
came in
brought it
first place, man. Up there,
What y'all expected? What they
bandanas
expected?
looking like Latin Kings, man. Listen, we came in first
Yes.
place.
Yellow
Man.
team, literally, we dominated the whole. Like, I don't know. Me and Brill just both. We didn't even talk about it.
We
just
locked in,
I think we
man.
both
Y'all
just competitive
won by
niggas.
I think
Every
this
competition.
second place had 20 points. Y'all had 31. So y'all won by a lot.
Yeah, we didn't lose
Killed 'em.
any game.
Everybody else
Exactly.
was 1 point away from each other. It was 18, 19, 20, 31. And I was
So
like,
what game we played? We did a 3-legged race,
Tug of war.
Tug of war.
tug of war,
A drunk relay.
a drunk relay, and dodgeball.
Yeah.
Dodgeball.
Every game. Me and
Whooping
Brill-
ass. They lucky we couldn't say the
Killing
flag football. We would have whooped that ass in that too.
By that time, I was tired.
Yeah, well,
You know, we had went out the night before, right? Harold's.
Man, Harold's is a vibe, man. Quickly becoming one of them spots.
I love the food.
The food
The food
is
be bussin'.
fire, man.
I don't like the vibe though, but I love the food.
But
There will be no Harold slander on this podcast.
I'm not slandering. I just said I like the food. I don't like the vibe.
What don't
It's
you-
not my vibe.
What is not your vibe about it?
So, when I went, one as a hookah smoker, I'm not paying $50 for that. Like, and as a hookah smoker, y'all don't smoke
the
hookah.
hookah
So,
I was about to say, what club? Every club of lounge has been 40, 50, 60.
Yeah, that's
right,
the normal hookah
but
price. ain't it?
$50 for the same, like, it wasn't the way it was made. When I say I'm not paying 50 for it, it's the quality of the shisha, the amount of coals you give me. I got to pay extra for
looking
all
into
the
the
amenities.
details.
Yeah, because I do hookah. So
Yeah, hookah monster. Yeah.
no.
That's what I be calling my girl. You a hookah monster.
I'm
No,
telling
but
you.
that to me isn't worth it. And then I feel like service wise, like they do the best with what they have, but I feel like service is not a number one priority in a lot of black owned places, and we really should put service first.
So who has
I'm
good
gonna
service?
be
with hookah?
real. I mean, in terms of food like that coming out of a lounge club,
Yeah.
I ain't never been to no spot that got me my food like they did. To be honest,
No, I mean service as in like, hi, how are you? Like, what can I help you with? Like service.
yeah, you get a different
Shit.
service in any other club. That's
about
the
to
thing.
say,
Yeah.
where-
If
where
you
where
if you compare Harold's to the top tier restaurants, then the top tier restaurants are killing them. If you compare the
other
club
clubs and
vibe
lounges.
to other lounges, then they might be better. But there's no place that you get the lounge and the food together like that. Like it's either they're killing on the lounge side and Harold's is busting their ass on the food side.
Actually,
or-
Crew has better food than Harold's. Yeah.
But that when you say crew service, it's kind of cheating because
How's it
this
cheating? It's
big.
the same
yeah,
thing.
you feel me?
It's this big.
It
It's
does,
about
the
big as
size of the
this.
place don't matter.
Yeah,
dude, you
Harold's
went
is
around
big
for
as
the-
fuck.
That shit used to be a furniture store.
Right, I
Harold's
could
is
tell it was something before.
That shit used to be a furniture store. That shit is big.
they got a restaurant and a club.
But I feel
sides.
like that's all the more reason to prioritize customer service because you are a large establishment. That's not a reason to cut the corner.
Man, listen, if you bringing out fire food, I'll accept it being 10 minutes
Yeah,
late
shit,
because
we-
I don't
we got
got
No,
served
no.
well.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't mean service as as in like timing the food. I mean service as in literally
talking
the
about people being
person.
nice to
You
her.
want them to say hey to you.
Right,
That's
you
what
want
it
somebody
is.
to say, listen,
Yeah,
business.
Okay, change the
Bottle
topic.
girls
Y'all
is
ain't
moving
gonna
back and
y'all
forth.
ain't
That's
gonna
the difference between men and women. We like,
Y'all ain't right. Men don't look at women.
we gotta
Y'all
read
know what I
between-
mean when I
Don't
say
nobody wanna
service.
say
like,
hey to you, man.
It's not
This
even a
ain't-
hey.
It's not the passive aggressive one. She was looking at me crazy.
No, it's no. Y'all know I'm
not-
not
it's
even
the
like that. I've worked in
passive-aggressive.
the industry. I'm not even like that. Like,
Were
it's-
you a nice person
Oh,
when you were in the
absolutely.
industry?
I've never had anybody that's ever been served by me. Comment below and let them know.
Yeah, please tell her she Kevin, because
Exactly.
she's making it sound like it's supposed to be Chick-fil-A in there or something.
My
Like,
pleasure.
My pleasure. Bringing it to you and shit.
It's giving my pleasure with the bottle.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Okay.
But, you know.
Oh, shit.
You know what's crazy? A side note too. Man, we've been out so many times in this last 2-3 weeks compared to how
Jesus
much I normally
Christ.
been out. I could count on. Been out probably 7-8 times. I can count on one hand how many bottle girls I've seen get that bottle girl right.
Oh my gosh.
Like, bro, I've
Hey,
seen.
yeah, they be
Some of
struggling.
our shows have been. Ooh.
Man, I seen some.
They just need to choose a different dance.
Well, it's not even the dance. It's some of them don't got rhythm.
Yeah,
That's
but-
a rhythm thing.
No, but it's worse than just the rhythm thing. That's like intricate stuff.
The bottle girl bop is
two-step,
so easy.
That's what I'm saying. Like how.
Bril said I could do the bottle girl bop. Get up and do it.
Like
Like,
no, see, that's not what we're gonna do. But
Yeah, hey, you
but-
all over the
you feel me? Bottle girl, bottle
You be a
boys.
nigga?
The bottle boys. That was a
That was a topic. That was a
What,
topic.
bottle boys?
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh,
Are you?
hell
Is
no.
that something that you're in favor of? Guys coming out with
I
a
ain't gonna
bottle.
lie, that shit would be too hard.
Niggas
Probably.
would be
Especially if
sick.
it's me and all my girls and we popping hella bottles and the niggas bringing them out. Oh yeah, I'm with
Yeah.
They coming in.
it. He coming out with doing a bop.
what kind of bottle?
She can't eat that.
The bottle
you
boy
changing
bottle.
it up. The bottle
I gotta change
boy
it up
bop.
for the men.
Yo,
You can't, you know,
boom.
can't put
Hey.
the hips in it.
That's totally different.
Sodas. It's all.
It's all show.
Terry Crews type
And they
shit.
come out
Yes.
neck rolling.
Oh my god, it looks like Terry Crews with white chicks.
Right. That's what I'm imagining.
With the glow stick on his neck.
Magic Mike type shit.
Yeah,
Oh
magic.
yes.
Man,
See,
I
yeah, see, I'm with it.
Man,
My
yeah,
club gonna
that's
have
not-
male bottle boys.
That's
Like,
crazy. Speaking of Magic Mike, them niggas gotta get in the gym. You know what I'm saying? They gotta get in the gym. Body gotta be right on some Magic
trying
Mike
to look
type
like
stuff.
trying to look like Megan Thee Stallion for
The,
me.
the summer bodies, how are they going? Are they progressing, y'all? Y'all, they looking good?
I got my pre-pod pump today.
Okay, boom,
Okay.
boom.
That's
You
essential.
sterile? You sterile?
Yeah, we good. I've been, man, working shit been blowing. I ain't been able to work out and get to LA like I want to, but I've been at the home gym. Getting it. Summertime,
Man,
we up.
I ain't
Yeah.
worked out.
I'm
I
cutting,
ran.
too.
Oh, for real? Okay.
I'm cutting. I got to cut a little bit for sure.
Cutting is a different
I
type
ain't
of
lifted
monster.
heavy in probably
Yeah.
about a week, but I've been doing like the vegan, not vegan, but I've been eating a lot more vegetables, doubling up, whatnot. You know what I mean? Drinking a lot more water, so I feel clean. I just haven't lifted heavy. I ain't got that testosterone.
That whole monster.
He ain't went green.
Yeah, I ain't Hulk smashed in a minute.
Yeah.
What about you, Paint?
I'm about to be over there at Body by T.
Amen.
Starting
Shout out
next week.
T.
Boy, it's a
Yeah.
rap. Boy, it's a rap.
Boy, you
cuz.
finished.
Boy, you
Boy, you finished. Oh God.
Well, for any ladies that are listening, if y'all are looking for a trainer or a home gym, let me know because you can come with me to my training. You get 2 free classes.
Okay.
So that's me
How you
just
just
plugging
put Jay
that in.
Johnson right in the middle of the body?
I didn't even see it. I didn't even say a name. See, I didn't even say a name. Caleb, I promote my brand. Come work out with me.
Oh, she's saying work out with her.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, come work out with
She
me.
gonna get you right.
Damn, man. Okay, shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell JJ to get you right, but it's gonna be a group effort.
Your referral though. It'll be off your
It's-
referral.
Use my referral code. That's
Absolutely. If you
Kayla
ever
J.
want a gym, you ever want to train to get in shape, hit up Kayla J to go get
the
one of the
middleman.
better, middleman,
She
one of the
give
better
you-
trainers, so she can introduce you and you can know somebody. You know how
Right.
y'all girls
we have
are.
community,
Yeah.
like
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
all like pretty much all JJ trains is women, so we have
Mm-hmm.
that female community and that camaraderie, and that's one of my favorite things about going back to the gym now. And I've also realized I'm not a morning person, so going to the gym at 9 or 10 actually works better for me. Because when I was trying to get up at 6:30, I
love that
I never
shit.
wanted to go
Facts.
because I'm not a morning person. So I had to make the gym work for my schedule. But now I wake up ready to go to the gym because I've made the time fit for me.
I'm being there tomorrow.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. Hey, yeah, so make sure y'all check out Jay Johnson, Instagram, right? Jay
Gains by
Johnson,
Jay.
Gains by Jay on Instagram, on
Gains
Body
by
by
Jay.
T. 2 great options. You can't go wrong with either one of them, man.
That's right. That's
So
right.
let's talk about how we're getting these summer bodies in, man. As y'all know, I used to be a trainer, you know what I'm saying? I used to really do this. The niggas talk about I used to really do this. I probably know more than your favorite trainer right now. You the guy who you like, the person who's training you. I went to school for this shit, you know what I'm saying? D1 track, you know what I'm saying? So I've been doing this
Boy
for a rather
got
long
sauce
time.
in the game.
No, dead
Skin
ass,
in
bro.
the
I
game.
can name muscles on your body that you ain't over there. I can name bones in your body that
What's
wasn't
this one
there.
right here?
Your
shoulder?
Traps.
Okay, is that what it's called? It's
Either
literally
traps.
called the traps.
Traps,
Okay.
trapezius. It could be a
What about
levator,
this
scapulae.
part?
Lats.
like right up under it.
So that's it. Could be teres major. It could be lats. That's an insertion
Because
point.
it was
So
hurting after arm day.
it's like
me.
3 muscles that connect and they go to different places. That's like an insertion point for 3 different muscles. Tell me, I'm like that.
Look, I
man.
just quiz you real quick.
I got you.
Test
Listen,
your gangster real
testing
quick.
them out.
You can do it. You can go down head to toe. I got you, man. So these summer bodies, man. In terms of the ladies, what are you doing right now for your body? What do women want when they say summer bodies? What do you envision?
So what I envision is like that. Okay, I'm gonna build my perfect body. Y'all ready?
Yeah, for sure.
So, everybody loves Angela Bassett arms, and no offense to Auntie, but that's a little too cut for me.
Ooh, okay.
So with the arms, I go Tiana Taylor. I'm going Tiana Taylor on the arms, like that slight definition, but not too much. Like abs, the upper body, I gotta say Tiana Taylor too, because she got that down pat. But from the waist down, I wanted to give Lotto, Saweetie, Megan. And even though I know Saweetie and Megan,
BBL.
no,
And Lotto,
no.
and Lotto,
Okay,
and Lotto.
Megan has not had a BBL.
Not Megan.
Okay,
Just,
Right,
well,
he
why you
talking-
include her in that?
But
In
Sweetie
that, in that
I was
group,
about
then?
to fix it.
But
Y'all
Sweetie
ain't tell me.
Lotto.
Yeah, Sweetie and Lotto, yeah, they've had work done. So yeah, but just that curvature with that, like, literally my motivation in the gym is I want to be able to wear low rise jeans with a cheetah print thong and hang out the roof of a Range Rover. That is what I hear in my head
cracks
in the
out
gym.
all 2023.
All summer. So
Cracks
that's like
out.
what I want my body to look like. So I've been doing like, taking in more supplements, doing the strength training, still in Pilates, and I'm about to start water aerobics next week for my grandmother. That is going to be so dope. We're doing that together. We got matching bathing suits. It's just the cutest thing.
Me and Pink are real swimmers.
Hey, they
Oh, really?
legit swimmers.
Yo.
Legit.
Yo.
Backstroke, butterfly.
Yeah, all that.
All that
Yeah,
good
I'm saying.
shit.
That was actually what I used to swim in high school. Was
Really?
100-meter butterfly.
Let 'em know.
freestyle, Yeah, freestyle, all
100-meter
that shit.
butterfly. That shit.
Yeah, that shit. That
That
fucked
sound
up
hard.
my shoulders.
Bro,
it
what?
was terrible.
Butterflies a hard stroke to do.
It was the worst.
Pause.
What is that? Like,
It's
Do
just
it,
like
Pat.
this. Yeah, like you're going
Going around your body from to the front.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Around your body
And
up
you're
to the
swimming
front
like
every time.
that?
Yeah, every time.
For 100 meters?
Yeah.
Shit,
Bless
we're
For
you.
talk-
everybody in the 25-meter pool that is down back, down back.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell them what it is.
The water hurt.
Right.
He's talking about down in
Now, that's swimming is the best cardio though.
I believe it.
promise you
Yeah.
it is. I
Works
promise you
every
it is.
single
I
muscle.
I
That
stopped
shit.
swimming and blew up. I'll try to tell you, man. Like it was honestly really good cardio, except for the 500-meter. You had to be like that. That's 20 laps.
But that's what I don't
Nonstop.
understand. Niggas
I
say
faked the sickness to get out of that shit.
That's it. Yeah,
that's why I
crazy.
don't understand. Niggas say in track the 400-meter race is a man's race. Like only the real niggas run the 400.
What's
I
the
ran
400?
the 400 meters one full lap around the track, but you running.
Yeah.
but
The whole time.
No, but 500 meter swimming that doesn't make sense to
Nigga,
me.
that shit is
Dog.
ridiculous.
I know
What?
you got to be winded
That's
when
it.
you're done with something like that.
Done.
And you're treading water. Like, people don't understand swimming for a prolonged period of time is not for the weak.
That used to be break
I can't
time.
even swim.
That
I don't
used
like
to be
tell
break
people
time
that.
in the middle of the meet for everybody, except
Bruh.
for the niggas who was really nice. Like it was people who could do that 20 laps, bro, in like barely 5 minutes, bro.
Really?
And be
crazy.
done. And the average person would do that shit, bro. It'd be like 8 minutes.
Mm.
You know, some people it'd be like 10 minutes plus 15. So niggas was chilling, bro. And it'd be like 3 heats of that shit. So you talking the smooth could be 30, 45 minutes.
Right.
But it's
20
one
laps
person,
is a long
nigga.
time.
You gonna, nigga
So what musculature is normally sore after you finish swimming? Like shoulders,
your
with
whole body. It's a
Whole body.
It's
Because
a full
like
body
she said,
workout.
you treading, so you got to keep your core. You got to keep yourself
You gotta stay tight
above
and
water, or
engaged.
right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Right with water level.
That
Your
floating.
arms obviously are going, and your feet are going at the same time. Your
Okay.
legs, so it's a
Yeah.
whole body.
Normally though, you either gonna be more of a puller, like you're more of upper body, or you more
Like-
like legs. You know, it's people, bro. It's people like jump in the water to swim, bro. And it sound like fucking horses just running. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how hard they like going to a swim used to be crazy, bro. You hear that beep. Like, bro, it used to sound crazy.
Fucking
in the
motorboat.
gym.
Now I
Yeah,
want to go
for
to
real,
a
for
swim
real.
meet.
Word.
Y'all let
For
me know
for
what
people
somebody
who can
having.
actually swim, bro, it's the coolest shit in the world to see them folks swim. Bro, it's people who can swim like this.
man, I swim like a
Faster-
nigga got
faster
shot
you
and
can
he's
swim
drowning.
regular.
At least y'all can
Damn.
swim. I'll admit I
Maybe
can't.
I'll do that tomorrow.
I can
way,
tread
go
water
swimming.
for like
Yeah.
I
Go
tread
to UNC Charlotte, boy.
I tread
I heard
water,
that.
but I could tread water inefficiently. Like I could tread water probably for like 2 minutes and 12 feet, but it's like it's inefficient. So I'm like,
You're not
all right,
going
I'm getting
anywhere.
tired. I'm
Yeah.
getting tired. Oh,
That shit is so easy.
I can float, but I'm not moving. Like there's no movement behind any of this. Like
At least you can live. Shit, I think that's the most important part.
Shit,
Nah,
that's
I
an
mean,
essential
but-
skill, bro.
Nah, floating.
Swimming?
You ain't. If If you all muscle, bro, you not floating.
Yeah, you're
bro.
not floating
Right,
at all.
yeah.
You
You
ain't floating.
really just gonna sink, bro. You can't teach somebody how to float. It'd be like, yo, bro, just lean back.
Right, they be,
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. You fucking drowning. And
drowning like a motherfucker.
That's that Charlotte shit, man. Y'all had access to so much more.
And I went on the swim
I
team,
told
but-
you that.
Hey, I could skate, bro. I can skate though. Y'all can't. Y'all skate.
I cannot skate. I'm
I
actually
can
terrified
skate.
of
Which is
skating.
crazy because here in Charlotte, what was like 2 skating
Starlight.
rinks?
Starlight used to be the motherfucking
Oh
shit.
man, right on
Where?
Independence.
Yes,
Woo.
sir.
Where did that go? The nearest skate rink? I thought it was
Knocked down.
Kate's.
Nah,
Starlight used to be the one. It got
the
knocked
thing.
down.
That's one now. That's the
Yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah,
gone.
nah, Kate's. Or you
Starlight
can
back in the
go
day.
to
Kate's is
Gastonia.
45 minutes.
Well, there's Kate's in
That's
That shit
Gastonia
all
too,
the way
right?
away from where we at.
Yes, you know they fucked up.
The Indian
They need to bring that
Trail,
shit
that's
back.
what you're talking about.
They need to bring that shit back. Okay, yeah. So what are you? Okay, so my recommendation. So you got that's full body cardio.
Yes.
Swimming is probably the best. So
Yeah,
if y'all
absolutely.
going through near a pool, put your hair up. Whatever you gotta do.
If you can swim. If you
If
can,
you
it's going to be counterproductive.
I feel
Well,
like-
do
I-
water
I think losing no
aerobics.
weight.
Yeah, I feel like
Because
trying to swim is probably even better.
It's a lot
You
harder.
know, yeah, it's a lot
gonna be
harder. You
harder.
burning more calories. So
Possibly.
swimming is great.
Yeah.
For the low rider jeans, you know, you got that back definition.
that
You
back.
need
Yeah,
that.
don't tell me to deadlift because
Them
I ain't doing it, bro.
listen,
I'm not doing that.
deadlifts,
I'm not doing that.
Deadlifts,
I hate leg day.
deadlifts.
I hate leg day.
Deadlifts, hip thrusts. But that's not even leg day. That's like
He
full
put that
body
on leg
back.
day.
Oh well, he trying to yeah. So why you hate deadlifts? That's how you get that.
I hate
back.
leg day, period. And a lot of that requires like that leg stimulation and like.
Why do you hate leg day?
Because I just feel like a lot of the exercises for one on leg day are so. Why I gotta be Bulgarian split squatting? Like,
Because
you know,
it's
it's
ass. You
I
split
know,
that.
but
Girls pay money for ass.
right, but I don't. I have one. Like, and I know that the secret to us hourglass shape is really upper body. It's not legs. So because I know that, I'm just being more productive about it.
So
Like my
what-
homegirl skip upper body day, and I be like, "Yo, you're working backwards. You gonna be looking like Squidward.
Get on that Angela Bassett program.
You gonna be looking like Squidward." But I get what you're saying,
I was about to
Bri.
say, it
It's like
depends.
so. What I do Tuesdays, which is leg day. Wednesdays is upper body, and then I'll usually do Friday, which is full body. So that's kind of like me just getting a little bit of everything. Usually on Fridays we're like flipping tires and pulling sleds, and we're doing
That's
that
the
kind of
athletic
stuff.
shit.
Right. But
workout.
Tuesdays is literally like the deadlifts. That's the leg press, leg extensions, leg curls, like all that
yes,
stuff.
damn.
I hate that. Like I really
well,
do.
maybe
gonna tone you up, though.
ease off the maybe ease off the leg press, but that deadlift, that back. You know how girls have that little line.
That's a
gonna
man's
bring
favorite
that line
part. The
in.
small of your back.
That-
Okay,
well, you got-
okay, I'll deadlift.
Man, them deadlifts you need the lower the tramp stamp that you need.
Oh yeah,
that-
because
you
remember I
need them
said
deadlifts.
I'm not getting my tramp stamp, y'all, till I drop this weight around
Get
my waist.
strong. Somebody your weight. If you can deadlift 225, your back is gonna be crazy.
I got a
Crazy.
goal now.
Crazy.
Stay
Back
tuned,
day.
y'all.
Fellas.
Check me in August. I'll
So-
be deadlifting 225.
Yo, so we got the ladies out the way, fellas. What we doing? What we doing in the gym? What are the muscles that we need for the
Hitting
summertime
them
workout?
motherfucking weights. To get that gut going.
Okay, the gut going.
Facts. Need the arms.
Gut gotta
Need
go.
The arms.
Arms.
Chest. Back.
Back, get
Chest
back,
and back.
dead-
Oh, yeah.
deadlifts. We
I love
deadlifts.
the nice gorilla
Gotta
back
be
on
able
a
to lift up
man.
somebody's daughter.
Hey, don't. So hold. So explain, Kayla. When you say gorilla back, what part of the back is you?
I just the whole thing, but
the whole-
really that up, like I like when their back looks proportionate to their shoulders. I don't want this, but I like that like back is kind of wide, like the broadness, and it looks strong. Like you look like you could pick me up and just toss me over that.
So it's the
motherfucker.
upper back joint.
Yeah,
across
like
there?
that in between, like when you do like this and it kind of like flex a little
Wow.
bit.
Some of
The
the
pull-ups, the
Yeah,
pull-ups, the pull-ups,
Definitely
the
them
pull-ups,
pull-ups.
and get that
You
upper
ever,
back
you
jump.
ever seen a couple in the gym and like she holding on to his waist and he pulling up?
Yeah.
I want my man to be able to do that.
Oh, facts. That's
Yeah.
not too bad. That's not too bad. It's
Yeah.
pretty solid. Pretty solid. I just know for the width, for like all that shit down there.
Goddamn
the
pull-ups.
them pull-ups, chin-ups, bro.
You know what I realized though? Men, y'all skip a lot of leg day. And not even if you're not skipping leg day, the exercises you're doing are not helping your legs.
What have you seen niggas do?
So
Expose 'em.
there's a girl on Twitter, and well, she's really on TikTok, but I saw the comp on Twitter, and she goes in the gym and she asks men to do exercises that women do,
Yeah.
like a lot of our
Oh, yeah,
leg
I seen
exercises
that.
with the hip thrust and the like.
Niggas was folding.
Oh my gosh, they were looking crazy. I mean, wobbling, and I'm like,
We don't really focus on that. Now, if we did the same thing to y'all, ask y'all to bench press,
I bench
curl.
press.
I done
curl.
seen girls.
How
It's
do
so
you-
cute. You see
I
a
did it
girl with
today.
a bar and she got 2.5s on
Right,
side. You're
you
like,
feel what I'm
oh,
saying?
I do
You not got no
fives. I do fives. I do
Fives on the
fives.
bench
Because
press
the bar
is
itself is
crazy.
like what?
45 pounds.
Thank you.
You know how much we putting on? 245.
But who wants to lift? Who wants to bench press 245?
Niggas
who
want
wanna
a
do-
chest.
right,
Niggas
who
who want
wanna
that.
do
Right,
all
but
that
you walk around
goddamn-
with a swole chest with them little legs, looking like the Crimson
Man,
Chin.
look, man. Once
Yeah.
a nigga hit 225, you just start looking at life different.
Life-
Like, I wish a nigga nigga would.
And if by chance,
Right, but your legs gonna fold.
If by chance you hit 315, you ain't even argue with niggas.
Oh,
no,
no,
you
for a
just
fact.
Cause ain't no, most niggas not gonna weigh over 315.
But it's crazy because you could punch them down, but if somebody kick you in the back of your knee, you gonna fold. Like, no.
Yeah, that's for niggas who I know niggas that skip leg day. I'm not one of them
there are
niggas.
some.
I'm one of them niggas who I don't do leg day.
Skip leg day.
For me, I don't do leg day as much because you gotta understand once you get over a certain max, like for a serious leg day for me is going over 405. That's a different leg day, bro. You got to be mentally.
405.
Yeah, bro. Like if I do
It makes sense, though.
You come from the
I ran track, bro. I was
you
saying,
need
I
your
ran
legs
track,
to be
bro.
as strong as possible.
Like
bro.
this upper
Shit
ass
yourself.
Jairus, this upper body just got here. This
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
been the same.
Yeah.
This shit been the same since I was there
I
at
believe
21.
it. I believe it.
I had to catch up to get all this, bro, to get the upper body, man. But yeah, man. So that shit, when you know to get a good workout, you got to put on 355, 405. It's just like, bro, I'm gonna just put some weight on this sled. Push this shit down, push this shit back, push this shit down, push this shit
What
back.
muscles does that work? Because to
The
me,
sled?
yeah, because I feel like I just be running.
If you are running with the sled, it's gonna be quads. If you're jumping or bounding with the sled, you get a little bit more glutes.
So I'll like run back.
You pull it?
I'll pull it back and then I'll hop as I'm pushing it.
If
back
you
that
if
way.
you pull it back, it's gonna hit like the VMO, what it's called, this little teardrop muscle right on your knee. If you pull it like,
yeah,
and then it's going your back, of course. If you push it and you hopping forward.
yeah, like push and
It's
hop.
probably a little butt, a little quad. Man, what else is going on in the world?
Let's talk about it.
Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, man. Did y'all watch the fight?
We did.
We did. Appreciate you opening the crib up.
Oh no, yeah, I got you, man. I got you, man.
We had a little watch party at
Oh,
BRIL
I didn't get an
crib.
invite. That's
It
real
was
crazy.
lady. It was the bros and
It was the
and
cuettes.
cuettes
I'm about to say
and
you.
the wifeys
Yeah.
type shit.
About to say, man, man, listen. What are y'all initial thoughts? I'm gonna go last on this one. What are y'all initial thoughts on like the fight? What y'all got
Why I
going
gotta
on?
go first? Because I'm a girl.
Ladies first. Chivalrous men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I definitely think that Ryan Garcia kind of gave it away
Okay.
in a sense. Like that hit, once somebody explained to me the hit, it made sense. But at the same time, I feel like he just was like, you know what, I can't fight no more. Like I think that's kind of what it was. Like Tank didn't really knock him out. It was just like I ain't fighting no more type shit. Like I'm not even gonna try to get up. Like that's kind of how it looked to me.
Okay.
To me,
solid.
yeah. I like Ryan Garcia. I've been a fan of bro. I've been following him on the gram for a minute, so I like his workouts and his style. But with Tank, I thought it was going to be an even match, honestly. And I was not rooting for either one. I wasn't on either side. I like Tank a lot, obviously. He's the face of boxing. I like both of them and what they do. But watching it, Garcia came out way too aggressive. And with boxing, with Tank style, he does like Floyd. He gonna come out and be defensive first. He gonna give you a couple rounds of just like feeling you out and seeing where you're going. So he did that, and it obviously worked in his favor. Like he found those little nooks and crannies where he could get in and get Ryan Garcia. The height advantage was a little different. Tank was already a little bit lower than he was, so obviously that body shot came from that, because that's like right there in his wheelhouse. When they I forgot what it's called, when they what's it called when they grapple, yeah, when
clinch.
when they clinched up, he was ready. You know what I'm saying? So he gave him, you know what I'm saying? I think he just waited it out, and he wasn't stressed at all. Like, bro was smiling. Bro was, you know, he knew what was going on.
Tank's sick in the fucking head, bro.
Yeah, he was smiling the whole time.
facts.
He knew what was going on. He called it earlier. He said he's going to take him in the 7th. Literally took him in the 7th. And I don't think about it, like, from our angle that we saw on TV, we couldn't see it at first.
Yeah.
But in replays, when they turned their camera from his side and you could see him hit his liver, it was a wrap.
Yeah.
It was a wrap. So,
wrap.
but I do think Ryan Garcia gave up a little bit. He could have.
Yeah.
I know that's one of the ones you're gonna talk about it that you could do, but I'm like, damn, bro, you could have stood. I mean, you could have
Something.
tried
The thing is, this
to
this
get
is,
back up.
This is how it is, though. It's kind of a catch-22. Because when you hit him in that liver, you can tell he tried to stay up. If he wouldn't have went down, he'd have been ready to fight. But when he went down, his shit shut down. And you'll see him like hovered over, and then he tried to get back up, and oh, fuck, okay. And then you realize, because the ribs stretch out. But he could have got up. But once he got up, it's like then people don't realize what he would have had to do. Because now you got your hands down the rest of the
That
fight.
pain.
With Tank. Tank is
already
going
right
to put
there.
he's going to put you unconscious. Like you're going to be on the ground, Nate Robinson, and he's like, this is
Yeah, I forgot about Nate Robinson.
this is a much better L to take. And Ryan's 24, so you want to take as few of L's. I mean, for your your reputation's sake and for your health's sake, take as little L's as you can. And for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, let me give you a little I try to make it 30-second rundown of what the fuck is going on and why people give a fuck, right?
Let's get it.
So in boxing is largely not dominated by the heavyweight division. A lot of people think heavyweight champion of the world, that shit does not matter in 2023. The most dominant division in boxing right now is these little ass 135-pound niggas, and they are fucking shit up.
They are little as hell.
They the crazy
because I weigh more than that.
Yeah, a lot of them probably walk around at 150, but they drain themselves down, cut down to 135. And this division is like a 5-6 headed monster, right? At the top, we got Tank. Tank is the king. Little nigga, short arms. He is knocking niggas the fuck out. Oh, God. He is knocking niggas the fuck out. Right beside him, you got Ryan Garcia. Yeah. Now, I know this last fight wasn't the best, but understand he was going against the best in the world.
He's like 5'8", right?
No, I said 5'10". I think they got his height wrong. Normally they say he's 5'10". He got long arms. He's fast as a motherfucker, bro. He's fast as shit. He's not. Don't get it twisted. He's knocking everybody else out except Tank. Right. On the other side, but he's largely, in terms of skill, he's probably the most talented. Like, he got the speed and the power, but he's not great on defense. He's not technical type nigga. He's street ball. God gave me this, and I'm working with it. Mexican, and it's no nigga in Mexico or Mexican under 30 who has more juice than him. He to them girls, he is God. He is GOAT. He is baby. He is baby in that culture.
Baby
not
Jesus.
Baby.
He is baby. He's baby in that culture. That's the best way I can explain it. On the other side of it, we have Devin Haney. Devin Haney is the opposite of Ryan Garcia. He is probably the most skilled, but he's not knocking niggas out. He's not the fastest, not the strongest, but he's the best boxer. He has the least amount of clout.
He dates India Love, right?
They broke
For
up.
ladies who didn't know.
They broke up. Yeah.
They broke up?
They broke up. I seen
wow.
that. I swear I got check it real quick. Go fact check it, but I'm pretty, because I keep watch.
And since we talking about dating history, Tank actually used to date Ari Fletcher.
Yeah.
Tank. So we got Tank, we got Ryan Garcia, we got Devin Haney, then we have Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko, who's fighting Devin. So Lomachenko and Teofimo are the last two to round out the 5. Teofimo beat Loma, and Loma's probably the most sound. He's built like Tank, but doesn't have the power. He's all technique and skill.
According to the Shade Room.
They
have seen to end things, but I don't.
Yeah,
but I
swear to
don't.
God.
TMZ didn't say it, so I
look
can't.
on her page.
But TMZ is the ultimate source.
There's no
Absolutely.
picture. There's no pictures of bro on there. Check Twitter and all that. I remember seeing
Dang,
it.
I kind of like them, but they had a big age gap between them though.
How old is India?
India's like, she's older than us, I want to say, but I know he's young, right?
Devin's like 24.
Yeah.
Okay,
Got our
so
fact checking
India
good.
Love, like right.
I'm pretty.
That's all we
I'm
do.
like 99%.
She's 26. No, he's younger than that.
23, 20,
No, she's 27. I'm sorry. She's 27. So let's see, Devin
23, I think.
Haney. Yeah, he's 23, 24.
23?
Yeah.
Okay.
So about a 4-year age difference.
Yeah.
I feel like it's always different when the woman is older versus the guy, but
It is.
Yeah, because when we're younger and y'all are older, I think it's more acceptable versus when it's the other way around.
So you're
it's
on Marcus
like,
Houston's side.
Ooh, that was a great look. Okay, I will say.
What up, Marcus Houston?
I don't.
What's that?
I've dated younger, and for me, young age is definitely a state of mind. Like maturity does not come with age always.
You're real close to saying age ain't nothing but a nobody.
Those words will not leave Kayla's lips.
Okay.
But what I will say, no. Robert Kelly and I don't have anything in common. But
Except happy people.
Right, except stepping in the name of love. That's all we got in common. But I will say, like, as a woman, like I said, age is not. Maturity doesn't mean, like, just because you're older doesn't mean you're more mature.
Facts.
And I've dealt with some younger men who are actually more mature than some of these older men. So, and it's funny because I was talking to my mom this morning and she was like, I will date 5 years up and 10 years down. And my mom is in her mid 40s.
Wow.
So she will date someone. So my mom and I are 20 years apart. So she'll date someone who's, let's say hypothetically, my mom's 45. She'll date someone who's 35 or someone who's 50, but she won't go over 50 and she won't go under 35. And as for her, it's like, it's a thing of like that when they're too old, it's certain issues you have to deal with, but when they're too young, it's also things you have to deal with. But for me, dating down past 3 years is a little much because I'm only 27. Right, I was saying
that's okay to go to 30, I guess.
And I think that's different.
At 27, there's no need to go down to 17.
You're 28, right? I think it's more so
I'll
about
be 28 in June. Yeah,
Right, so that'd be an 18-year-old.
I think it's more so about lifestyle than it is anything
That
else.
too.
Like
You
anybody who's 32 and up, you more or less live the same lifestyle as anybody else. You probably as a kid age. You know what I'm saying? All this, that, and the third. But once you get to that, that 20 23 to 30 is kind of, you know what I mean?
You know what's crazy?
Then once below that,
for a long time, I would not date men in their 30s. Like, just because to me, I'm like, oh, you're old. But now that I'm like in that middle age where like, I don't know how old I am. I know I'm not 30, but I'm not 25 anymore. So now that I'm kind of like in that middle, 30 is not that bad anymore. But it's like for a while, I looked at 30 like, oh my God.
That's because we all knocking on 30's door.
Who are we?
We all pretty close.
And let's be real. When you, I understand women going down, bro. Going down and getting a nigga a couple years younger than you. Because sometimes you just got a young fly nigga and you fucking with him. That's swag just like this.
Young fly.
You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes the younger ones, like I said, that sometimes the younger ones lack maturity in certain spots. That can be an issue. Because I've had that issue where it's like the talking to your friends.
Oh, they running their mouth
telling
about
your
stuff.
friends. I'm just like,
I was about to say,
but man, it's like you brag. It's like you hype. Like, you know, like,
yeah, you got an older woman to pull that.
But no, don't tell your friends.
Jeez, I mean, because I
didn't tell mine. Like,
we could cut this out of the pot. I don't know if you wanted it. Both our girls are like a couple years older than us.
How old your girl?
My girl 2 years older than me.
Mine just one.
Oh, just one? Oh, yeah. So both our...
I'm the oldest.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes he understands.
He understands.
Yeah, mine just. But she was on that same tip too, though. She didn't date younger. You know what I'm saying? But she was
but
like
1 year, I can deal with. I can deal with a year. I'm talking like I was like 22. He might have been 19, 20. I couldn't even take him to the club to get him a drink.
Damn, see, that's different.
Yeah,
that's a lifestyle.
And I'm not proud of that, y'all. And I'm not proud of that. But he was so mature for his age, other than that one little thing.
Because he had to be 5. He had to be 5. You 19.
I think honestly, it's the confidence thing. I think in
that
too.
Man,
yeah,
because
you can exude an older presence.
For
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of older dudes, man, they get set in their ways and they just become boring. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like my gosh, yes.
People will lose that edge once they get into that place of comfortability and shit. So I know when I was I'll never forget, man, my LB dapped me up when he met Shorty this time. That shit was so funny.
Niggas be hyped.
So this was the first time I've ever heard him use his full government name. Like, this shit was so funny, man. So we was chilling and he was like, man, who you waiting for? Said, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for Shorty. At the time, woman I had met, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
she had came back to school to get her degree because she couldn't get a promotion because she didn't have her degree.
Right.
So that's how I met her. Because I was like, damn, like, what the fuck? Man, listen, bro. Young Paint, the goer, nigga.
The goer. What was the age difference?
It was about an 8-9 year difference.
Damn.
Bro. I was
that's crazy.
20, about to be 21. And she was
29, 30 then.
Yeah, she was like 28, about to be 29.
I ain't never pulled nothing that
See,
old.
and you know, it's funny. One of my brothers, he would date older women when he was really young. Like, I'm talking like fresh out of high school. These older women are like taking them school shopping, coming to pick them up.
See, that's the shit.
I'm just like,
And that's cool for a point in time, but then y'all break 30, niggas is not trying to.
Well, and I think with us, as we get older, we kind of like
talked about that.
Yeah, like and I think that's another reason why older women, when they do find younger men, they kind of like
they feeling themselves again.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you like me? Oh, let me stick with you. You know what I'm saying? But that story, that's wild. But it was lit. That's wild. That's wild. Preacher Prank.
It was so much that I had learned from that situation.
Right.
Truly how to wine and dine somebody.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
She was like, come here. This is what you do. This is how you do
that
that shit.
Grooming? Is that grooming?
It definitely is.
Is that grooming?
I think hear me out.
Go ahead.
And the reason why it is because everybody doesn't have that experience, right?
True.
So if you don't know how to properly treat a woman, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to be able to go out to these. You don't have to go all the time, but you can go out to like a nice restaurant.
Steak
or
48.
you need to know how to what's what I'm looking for. You need to know how to carry yourself. In
court a woman.
Man, you make a young nigga take you to Steak 48, you going to hell.
The young niggas the one with the money because they getting it from their parents.
If you take your mama, if you spend your mama money and take to Steak 48, you going to hell.
If your mama giving you money, call me. You can take me to Steak 48.
That's Steak 48, bro. Come on.
But what she's talking about is interesting. She's talking about grooming. The other way around is a little shaky though. Like when a dude has a young chick.
Well,
and I get
it's
why
looked at as predatory,
right? And I get it, but dudes are in the place where a lot of dudes don't want to deal. Like females, as y'all get older, y'all get into y'all's tendencies and y'all get into y'all's like set ways. this is gonna sound weird, but I think whatever. I'm not gonna say.
Please don't
agree.
condone Marcus
No.
Houston.
Marcus Houston. What he's trying to do.
That's
exactly.
too much of a.
What
Yeah.
he's doing is bad because she hasn't developed her own sense of self
she's
yet,
19,
and
yeah.
he's grooming her from a point of like silly putty. Like she not nothing yet, and he just grooming her. But like a 24 and an older dude, like they are. You know what I'm saying? They have a sense of self.
My last
I feel
relationship when we met, I was 17 and he
like.
was.
Oh God, already too young.
You don't even know how old
17?
he was.
Because you saying 17.
Anything you say over 18.
There's nothing you're gonna say
Zoom
over
in on the camera on
under
my face on this
25.
one.
Because not because Marcus Houston said he met the girl at 18.
Time.
Because you don't even know how old he was.
Hold on.
It's all gonna be wrong.
Now I'm about to fact check you niggas, right? Because it's fucked up and it's nasty. You know what I'm saying? For real. Not for real. For you laughing
17
and
is
shit.
nuts.
But it's because, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people look at that and it's like, people think that the consensual age is 18, right? It's really not. And a lot of places, especially in a lot of places in the South, that shit is still like 16
I was
years
about to say
old,
15,
bro.
16, yeah.
So like if somebody is 16 years old, in the eyes of the law, if
They can
this
get married.
person can not even get married,
They can
bro.
consent to sex on their own.
It's 16 and a 5-year gap.
Okay. That makes
Legally,
sense.
it's 16 and a 5-year gap. Like
Yeah.
if shorty is 16 and the nigga is 22, that's jail.
Yeah. But the
Regardless.
nasty thing is niggas be waiting till they
Parental
18.
consent.
They be 17 in one day, basically. That's how you got to look at it. They
Okay,
17
but
in
wait,
one
can I tell
day.
you
Now
how
you're
old
18
you
and now.
Tell us how old.
Thank you.
We know
Let's
nothing
take
younger than
guesses.
25 is coming.
No, he wasn't that old.
20,
so
24.
I was 17 and he was 20, but he turned 21 2 weeks after,
I
a couple
still
weeks
think
after we
that's
met,
weird.
and then I
Were
turned
y'all both in
18 like a
college?
month later.
Were y'all
No,
both in
he
college?
was. I
Okay.
wasn't.
See, that's crazy.
But I had,
crazy.
but
That's
wait,
crazy.
I
That nigga
had
was
already
peeping
graduated
you
high
from the
school.
bus stop.
I had already graduated high school because I graduated high school early. So I was waiting to go to college. I was a
But
semester
you was
out
just one
from
of them
going to
early
college.
ones. That's still.
Man, I'm
Right, but I
gonna
don't-
say
my
this.
parents
Don't
didn't
kill
see
me,
a
man.
problem with
Listen,
it.
if you in college, it's free
What-
game.
What did I
you
just
in
say?
college,
What did
it's
I
free
just
game,
say? What
bro.
did I just say to
If
that? Hold
both of
on.
y'all enrolled in college, free game,
Right,
bro.
we both
Jabril
said
said,
never
Jabril
school.
said what was 16 in a 5-year difference, right? And I said, okay, well, unless parental consent. And then what did Kayla just say?
My
Well, he was
parents were
older,
okay
but
with
my
it.
parents was like,
Yeah, my parents, and it's funny because I look back on it, I'm like, why did my parents say anything about that? But I think it was because of my level of maturity and how I carry myself.
What,
And
how
the fact
many
that
years
he-
ago was that? You can get shorty jammed up.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
This is all alleged.
This is all alleged. Shit, it's a lot of girls who went on the R. Kelly doc who had, consensual parents.
Yeah, but I don't think their
crazy.
parents were consenting to what their children were actually going
Oh,
through. So
they
that's a little different. Like,
they
let's
definitely
they
were.
not
Yes,
granted,
they
I will
were,
say they
man.
had an
Definitely
idea.
Yeah,
were.
because I've watched some old R. Kelly concerts, and if they took their daughters to that concert was nuts off the rip.
They
so
would-
you took your daughter backstage from the concert, you knew what was going
Bro,
on.
on God, there's no, listen,
way.
them parents
Hold
gotta
on.
go. There's no, what happened
Before
is,
we get on
what
to this
happened
R.
is
Kelly.
they might not have knew what happened, but them parents were getting a stipend to turn their eye.
And if you know, what do you
bills.
think is going on with R.
He was
Kelly?
paying their mortgage.
They know exactly what's happening. The
He
bills
was
is
paying
getting
their
paid.
card notes,
Vocal lessons.
cell phone bills. Look, man,
Come
you
on.
drop little shorty off. We're on to the next.
Right.
Not
No,
drop
you're getting-
little shorty, y'all.
Yeah,
That shit's ridiculous, man.
That shit's crazy. You dropping your, I mean, what? Aaliyah got married at 14?
Oh,
Yeah, that was not that was
that's
wild.
crazy.
That's crazy.
And it's
Her
crazy that
parents
he's still in the
for that.
background of that album, her first
Yeah.
album. Like
Yeah.
that's him
Yeah.
in the
Nothing but a
background.
number.
That is just whew, wow.
Sickening,
That was
bro.
nuts. Yeah, 14.
Wild.
Sickening.
He-
You know,
that's nuts.
Karl Malone, basketball player, got a
Oh, yeah.
13-year-old pregnant.
Yeah. And bro,
Yeah.
bro,
While he was
bro
in
was
the
in the
NBA.
NFL.
While he was in the NBA.
And bro, his son is in NFL now.
Wow.
We ain't
Malone's
gonna
son.
bring his son in. His son ain't done. His son ain't do nothing.
He ain't do nothing. I'm just talking facts. You can look
He just
this
saying
up.
like,
Just
look
saying.
at the timeline of stuff.
Yeah, well that and the disgustingness of getting a 13-year-old pregnant. But that's why he out in the sticks in Utah.
That's
he don't
insane.
he don't come to the Hall of Fame. He don't come to no games.
Yes, he did. He just went to the shit.
Oh, he went to the shit?
Yeah, he went to the
Oh, okay.
All-Star game.
Well, other than that,
he was
he
in the
don't-
All-Star game.
He don't be outside though.
What you mean? That's
And
the biggest outside you
Is,
can
I mean,
is
what you
Utah
hiding
State?
for?
Is Utah State?
Huh?
Utah? Is Utah a state?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Okay,
That was
Sterling.
thorough.
well, listen. The state of Utah is not gonna say shit to Karl Malone because that's
Because
what
they're Mormon, right? Like a lot of
Yeah,
people
but
in this.
yeah,
state.
he's the biggest thing they ever had.
I'm
will
saying
have.
the NBA brought the nigga to center stage and said, "Hey, stand beside this person. You're not getting a trophy, but stand beside this person."
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, Utah ain't gonna say shit. The NBA ain't gonna say shit because he Karl Malone, and that's that thing. It's nasty, but
he ain't get a ring. He ain't got to do that, man.
Long story short, women, we
true.
can date up, down, sideways, backwards. They still gonna have something to say.
No, but you know what's
As
crazy?
long as you're happy.
It was somebody.
Right.
It was somebody that came through. I ain't gonna say no name. They told a story, and they was like, "Yeah, I was 21, and how old was the dude that you messing with?" The crazy story. She said, "I think he was like 31, 32." And it's
couldn't
like
imagine
you
that.
can't tell. Like, how do you tell shorty like that's stop? What are you doing?
Well,
Like,
because I think
girls
also
don't be wanting
too.
to listen, bro. They get 18 and then they literally grown.
it's like, bro, like
Y'all do.
Hold on, time.
and it's like, hold on. And it's like you to if you know a man doing that in any case and scenario, you need to check his ass because that shit is not
Yeah,
okay.
what are y'all-
I was about to say.
That's crazy.
But that's retroactively and you knowing everybody. You don't know the nigga a lot of these times. This nigga is a ghost if he's smart. So you really only know the shorty. So you what do you say to get her to listen?
Man,
this nigga
look,
is
man.
not good for you. You don't need to be dating no nigga
But
that's.
here's the thing: these older dudes brag about this shit. So
Yeah.
when I was working at Polo, right?
That's
I ain't
crazy.
Bro, I swear to you, yo, it was this dude who used to work there. He was so fun. He used to look like Martin Lawrence to me, and you know what I'm saying? He walked in there and he was just like, man, he walked in there with a little pep in his step one day and he was like, man, see, you young niggas got the game fucked up. So we like, what's going on,
Some
man?
predatory
He was
shit about to come
Bro, I'm
out.
trying to
Yeah,
tell he was like, man, y'all worried about this and that. Man, we don't want fucking y'all young hoes. That's why y'all ain't getting none. So I'm like, wait a minute, bro. Like, you how old? And it's you know what I'm saying, Shorty's probably about 20. Like, so you 21.
I think
That's that age.
See, now my thing is like, if we
That's
can't
it.
even go to the club and share a drink, we have nothing in common. Like, I can't even take you outside. Like, but even past that, like, with me being 27, realistically in my lifestyle, even some of these older men I don't have anything in common with because the way I live, I'm not exactly young, wild, and free, but I'm a little free and a little, still young. So it's like there's still aspects of my lifestyle that even sometimes older men.
It's too progressive.
Yeah, I would say even sometimes for them it's too much, but then for the young niggas, I'm like, damn, auntie tired. Like, I don't want to go out tonight. Like,
So what do you?
home.
Damn, so what range are we dating in?
I kind
what
of
you
try to
going
like
for?
lately. I've been trying to stay around my age, and if I do go older, I want someone who's just as interested in the things that I'm interested in. Like, you like to go out, you like to go out to eat, you don't like to just sit in the house. But if we choose to, you cool with that too. Like, it literally with me, I've started to have to get to know people. I can't just go based off age anymore. Like, age matters, but
Yeah.
It's really off how you act.
yeah.
Facts. At what point? I mean, at 27, I guess you can be a little bit more observant or considering of where he's at financially in his bag. Like, you should be at this point.
To be honest, I hate to say this, but and women are gonna chew me in the comments for this.
Oh, you house husband? I forgot. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm husband. So like, I'm not gonna say I
Where
don't.
you gonna find that at?
No, she'll find. Listen. It's some
I'm
niggas.
looking,
It's some niggas
We
that
opening
are
this
you
door
wild.
right now.
I'm looking.
Hey, bro, if you can
shit.
cook, boy, look.
Yeah, I'm saying-
Kayla keep you up now.
It's some
goddamn.
niggas that
Hi,
quit their
hello.
job today. Bet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but like, are you looking for somebody? Right. Is somebody at the door?
straight like that, like yo.
Hey, you want to take?
But no, like as a
To
woman
each his
who
own, man.
I'm so focused on like my own if you come to me and you're like, okay, well look, I'm grinding, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm like, oh, you straight, take your time. And I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, you could, because I'm so
niggas
big.
not used to hearing
So-
that.
Right,
from
I was gonna
27-year-old
say, 'cause
woman.
I'm
That's 'cause the
so.
niggas
we
sell you
already
a
we have
dream.
derailed already, so we here now. So if you just want, so what do you want from him exactly then? If you don't want him to like be financially
and I
there,
want to
or
say this to y'all, and I want to look
security
y'all
there?
in y'all eyes.
Oh shit.
Let's talk about it. 'Cause I'm trying to figure out what do you
y'all
want from
are
this
worth more than what's in your pockets and what's in your
Of
bank
course.
account.
Of
No,
course,
because a
of
lot of
course.
men don't really know that.
Oh,
a lot
that's
of
the-
men
yeah,
think that if
talking
they
to
don't
wrong
have
niggas.
money, they're not worth value and they're not deserving of love.
And most
Y'all
niggas
are
aren't.
deserving
Listen.
of so. No, I'm serious, Brilla. I ain't trying to make y'all cry, but like, there's a lot of
Nah,
men
I
out
already
here
know now.
that when they're not
Tell
financially
them
in
that.
a good place, they go into a hidey hole. You can be dating somebody and all of a sudden you lose your job and now your relationship is suffering because you
That's
so
tough.
worried about the pressures of being a man. As a woman, and I'm sure I speak for a lot of black
speak on
women,
that. Almost
you are
forget.
so much more than what's in your bank account, what's in your pockets. And while I understand traditional gender roles say the man is the head of the household, it puts a lot of pressure on y'all. Just know that you're still worthy and deserving of love in the midst of all of that.
You are,
Man.
but I will say this: it comes conditionally. because you can do that for a period in time and be the nigga that's hanging out on the couch for 1 month. Then you get to 2 months. Then you get to 3 months. You have not
I mean, no, you can't be
provided-
Lawrence.
See, that's
now.
the thing. See, that's the thing. For all the niggas, yeah, Kayla J's 100% right. I thank you so much for saying that.
Yeah,
We
that's
need to hear
great,
a
no,
woman say
but
that.
in the real world, as a man,
in the real world,
not gonna fly.
I was that cute bum ass nigga for a long. Not bro. I never been a bum. I've been broke for a long. I'm
You
the
was a
nigga
homeless
that,
sexual.
No,
The homeless sexual.
I was the nigga. No, it's a difference between a bum that lay on the couch and then you got some niggas
gotta
that
do
got
some
bad
other
luck.
shit.
It's niggas that work 50 hours and somehow they still broke. Like the niggas that work.
Yeah.
I was one of them niggas. Like you just can't catch a break. 60 hours. How you still?
Yeah,
Where the money at?
You weren't making enough.
Where the money at? I mean, it's different now. Praise God. But
And I'm
you know,
not saying you got to be bringing in all the bread. You got to pay all the rent because at a time like that we at now, we all in that. Like I feel like we about to get to the best money we about to have. Same with
Facts.
you.
Yeah.
So like right now is that like you got to wait your partner out and see what they gonna bring and don't be delusional about it. Like some women, I hate it for them. They like. Y'all love ambition in men, but men will take that and be like, well, shit, I don't got to do. She think I'm about.
Ambition without execution is weak.
Exactly. So if you're not executing, fellas, that's a disservice on you and your girl that you with. So you can keep being ambitious and hoping that he will get that way if you can really see it. But fellas, at the same time, you got to be striving for more too. Because if you just sitting on the couch and being a bum, then it's
not too
counterproductive.
many men that
And
are
the-
sitting
and
on
the love
couches
from your
being
woman will
bums,
be
though.
counter.
You can-
Well, it'd be conditional. She'll do it for a little bit, but y'all aren't hardwired to take care of men for a long period in time.
I disagree.
well, hold on.
You
Tell us what you talking about. What's up?
I ain't
So-
going on this topic now.
Real talk.
Let's do it. D-real.
Any man who is willing and okay to sit back. First of all, I get pissed off seeing niggas sitting in the car and watch they shorties pump gas. So,
That's crazy.
So
That's
That
crazy.
is wild.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So
But it happens.
if you one of those niggas and you think that it's okay for your shorty to be the one holding everything down and you just at the crib playing games,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nuts.
but-
let's have the.
And that's- I'm
Bro,
hoping that's not what you're saying.
No, and that's not at
Hold on,
all.
But this is how it's taken. You know what I'm saying? When if a man hears shit, shorty, you gonna pay all the bills and I ain't gotta do nothing.
Right.
That nigga is going to sit at home
And do
smoke
nothing.
weed and get on your nerves trying
I
to
feel like
just,
every episode I'm gonna have to explain myself.
No.
You just gotta make it clear.
I gotta keep unpacking it every
exactly.
episode.
I don't think exactly like them. I think there's a nigga out here who will legit. He's probably gonna have. He's no.
He's getting
Find
cheated
him,
on.
Bro.
Look, wait.
No.
This is the last
Hold on. Let me run it. Let me run it. Yes, he probably will get cheated on, but there's a nigga out there.
1000%.
Cheated on
There's
by
a
who?
nigga. Never mind. There's a nigga. I'm sorry. Kayla's future husband. You will not get cheated on.
Thank
He's
you.
lovely.
I was about
She's
to
amazing.
say.
Kayla,
Speaking of
I'm
her friend,
asking
Kayla
for
Kayla
this.
is 1 in a million, but the other 999,999 women probably will. But what's gonna happen is he's probably gonna have like a artsy guy who doesn't really have a career. He just like, okay, I might
Free-spirited.
free spirited. Like
But
no,
I'm
baby,
like
I got
that
you
too, and I think
He's
that's why
gonna-
I want a husband like
he's
that. 'Cause
gonna
that's
take
me.
Okay. It'd probably be great to have as a boyfriend, but when them bills
I'm
start
all the
rolling
way in
in,
the opposite.
stress you add a kid, bills start rolling in, shit. Is that what's still going on? No, fuck that. ISO. The bills start rolling in. Your whole perspective on what's important changes. See, right now everybody's paying their own bills. There are no mortgages. No one's married. No kids. But when the kitchen gets
Bust
hot.
pipes.
And if your shorty is busting her ass and she looks over and sees a nigga on the couch, there's gonna be resentment growing. It's gonna be festering,
Conditional.
and day after day, one day she's gonna either spaz, she's gonna either go out and do some wild shit, or just
somebody's
whatever
gonna
it is.
approach her and give her everything that she ain't
Exactly.
been having
It's
from
gonna-
you.
it's gonna be a
And that's
nigga
what's
with
gonna happen to
bread.
you, Kayla. You gonna think that you gonna live in a conditional fairy
I'm
tale.
like, damn. Like,
Hey, look, I feel like you're gonna live in condition. Y'all know what conditional means. Condition means for a certain period of time. Conditionally, you will be able to do that, and it sounds good, and you like that. But over time, you know what unconditional love is. No matter what happens, I'm with you. That's not what that is. This is conditional. For a conditional period in time, you're gonna deal with a guy that you quote unquote like to be a house bae or whatever the fuck when he not doing shit and you out busting your ass. You come home from work every day, like BRIL say, you gonna feel a way about there is not being equal service or equal
Facts.
Let you
just
come
due.
home and
you
that
can-
grass ain't cut.
y'all do realize my camera not on and y'all still talking to me, right? I ain't nobody see it.
Exactly. This is ISO. I'm sorry. if you know you're distracted by how good it tastes, but when it's flat, you feel how disgusting the shit is that you're actually drinking. It's like, oh, I'll put this shit in my body.
Got nothing going on.
Exactly, man. We're back, man. Once again, man. Got the pillow, got the fresh pillows in case y'all didn't know. I forgot y'all can see us because our TV ain't up.
Yeah.
Boom. Fly pillows. Y'all niggas ain't doing this. Pink, before we leave, me, you, Stir, we gotta get a picture. We gotta get that third pillow up here, man. We'll probably get one more, just a big collage picture with everybody type shit up there.
Body pillows.
Body pillow?
Oh, that'd be dope.
What is it?
Have it laying across.
Oh, like a nigga pillow, like a
The body pillow's like body
pillow?
length. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm about a nigga pillow.
I mean, yeah. You know, if you got some tint on it, you know what I'm saying? You got some, you know, anyway. Yeah, man, so we back, man. We about to introduce a new segment, man. We're still working through the kinks, so bear with us. We may get long-winded like we normally do, you know what I'm saying? Because we be passionate. These shit be fire. This segment is called Kayla's Corner, brought to you by none other than our irregular co-host, Miss Kayla Jake, a.k.a. J Hova. So she's about to give you a whole spill on what we doing, and we about to get into it.
But wait, before I do my spill,
okay,
you ain't tell people the news.
Oh,
you just throw them into the segment. They looking around crazy.
Kayla is officially J Hova is officially a part of the EPICENTRE. Dun, 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 dun. R.E. the British way, if you know what I mean. You feel me? She's officially a part of it. In case y'all didn't know, because we saying regular codes. Hopefully you guys know definitions. So she might not be here every single episode, but you can regularly expect that she's gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be here enough to talk about the current events. We gonna chop it up because not to mention this dynamic that we got is pretty fire. We've been taking note of what the people have been saying. Yeah. So we definitely want to keep this going, man. So if you're a fan of ours and you love Kayla's voice, if you're a fan of Kayla's and you love our voices, or at least how we look, you know what I'm saying? You can always pull up. Man. Always pull up. Check us out, man. We gonna be hitting you episodes in the face regularly.
You feel me?
Regularly. You know what I'm saying?
That's a tongue twister.
Yo, soundboard, man. Listen, I'm about to do.
We got some things.
Yeah, I'm bad. I'm about to pull the trigger.
I got a little DJ thing on here. I was going, but I know we running 4 mics. I brought my cord that goes into the phone to go in there. I had some.
Oh damn, my bad, bro.
That's all good. We good. We had to.
Yeah, fuck Paint.
Nah, Paint, you coming in clutch today, Paint. You coming in clutch today.
Facts. Paint is dropping 30 with no TV. Y'all niggas don't understand what's going on.
He doing real deal.
Yeah, real deal. Just know he's dropping 30 right now. You know what I mean?
No perky.
Yeah, out there hitting 5 tackles, a touchdown. There we go. 5 tackles, a touchdown, 2 picks. Goddamn, no last name on the back of his jersey. He's out there balling for the team.
Going to Disney World.
Hell yeah. So let's get into it. Kayla's Corner. Spirit fingers.
Love the spirit fingers. Hey y'all. Okay, it's your girl Kayla J. Welcome to Kayla's Corner. And in today's episode of Kayla's Corner, I put some stuff on my Instagram. I left it open for feedback. I asked the audience, tell me about the worst date you've ever been on. Now, before we get started, I want you guys to know that these have been anonymously submitted. These people all know that we are utilizing their information. So thank you. But y'all ready for this first one?
Yeah, let's see it. Let's get it.
Okay, so the first one, it reads, he told me after we ordered food that he didn't have no money and it was a double date. Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah.
Get your mans, bro.
Yo, who is these niggas that's fucking up for the rest of us,
Where did they
man?
go out to eat is the question.
You know what?
That's question number 1.
That is a good question that I did not ask, but she did tell me that it was on Valentine's Day.
So let's just throw something out.
It's a double date, so not steak. No steak 48. Yeah. You're not double dating steak 48.
No.
You're not double dating.
Let's throw something out. We think and just go
Del
with it.
Fresco's.
Let's say this was like a Red Lobster. This gives Red Lobster.
Let's give him a little bit more. Let's give him a little bit more than that.
So hold on. So not Olive Garden Red Lobster-esque. So that means that we know he did not do super reservations ahead of time.
Yeah, told y'all about that.
That's like
a
week before. A week and a half before Valentine's Day, you secured that.
Olive Garden is the day of. Y'all just pulling up in the parking lot.
Right, yeah. That's why I said let's give him. Let's run variables.
Okay, so let's say he maybe went to.
Let's give an example.
McCormick and Schmick's, maybe. Like you want to go a step
past that. That's not bad.
Okay,
or Sullivan's, maybe.
Okay, bet. We'll just say he did that.
Let's say he went to Sullivan's.
For the sake of this discussion.
And I asked her, I was like, give me some more context. She was like, it was Valentine's Day, and they were on a double date. The whole thing happened. Then she said that during the date, he texted her and asked, what type of fish is filet while they were at the table?
That's crazy. You know what's interesting about that? I don't understand about you niggas. If it's one person at the table that you're trying to impress, it's probably the person who you should not be asking. Why are you not talking to your boy or somebody like, hey, dog?
Have a phone.
Like, hey, dog.
Right, Google it.
Google. You could have Googled that.
Right.
Thought filet menu. young.
And I asked her how she met him.
Bro, I was just about to ask.
I was screaming.
I love the questions you asked. I was just about to ask, what type of guys does this girl date? I'm assuming you know her.
I do. She's a little bit older, so typically she's very established. Like I'm talking grown woman, children. Like she's out there in the world, and
this all plays a part,
right? And I'm assuming that. Well, she told me that they met through mutual friends. So
they was
friends
a throw
to me-
together. They was a
Marcus
throw
Houston
together.
friends.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So I understand the situation now. Let me paint it?
Yeah, paint it
because
to
this could
us.
be completely wrong. But this one, so double date, mutual friends. That means her friends, the other double date party, were actually together,
Once
and
you
the
put them
plus
up,
ones were there. And my estimation is the nigga was not fucking with Shorty like that. And
Ask these questions, he must not have been.
because you asking Shorty what the fillet. Did you burp? What happened?
Well, she laughing.
See, you laughing?
I did, bro.
You burp? Oh. So
Damn,
I was gonna
farted
say,
out her mouth.
so if you crazy, yeah, shit. Oh Lord,
Gastric reflux. You know what that's called?
Sorry, y'all.
you know you good. So I'm thinking so double date mutual friends. I'm thinking the original daters are the friends. So boy A, girl A, they're together. They're probably a thing. They already established.
Mm-hmm.
They had two friends who were bored. You got a friend from my homeboy. You got a friend from my homegirl.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh,
they
one of
brought them
those?
to.
That's what it sounds like. I mean,
Oh,
I
homeboy
didn't
the case,
go
and
too
he
deep.
probably
Homeboy brings the girl and he sees her and he's either not impressed by seeing her or he's not fucking with her vibe.
Well,
he
my thing is, if I'm not impressed by you, I'm not texting you asking you my silly questions. You know what
Nah,
I'm
dudes
saying?
with-
it's probably he's probably fucking with her, but not like that to the
He
point
told
where
his
like
homeboy. He
I ain't
texted his
doing
homeboy
nothing.
simultaneously. I ain't about to pay for her.
Yeah, I ain't about to pay for this.
That's what I'm
Watch
saying.
this,
You gotta-
I'm about to get
you
Oh,
her
so
gotta-
ass.
y'all do that?
No, but
No,
you-
no,
listen,
no,
and that's
no.
all-
niggas do that.
Listen, we got
Absolutely
off the
don't do
pod
that.
and we was talking. Guys handle things way differently. Like he
Absolutely.
probably didn't care about what she thought about him asking that about
Absolutely.
feeling stupid. So he just asked.
Yeah,
He's not trying to
I-
hide nothing. He's trying to not make it seem like he's this or
I'm
that.
not trying to impress you.
I'm not trying to
Shorty.
impress you, so
not-
I'm asking
He
whatever I
won't-
feel like.
He wasn't paying for that shit. No way. He
He
Right,
wasn't
I'm
paid.
saying, according to her, he had already made up in his mind.
yeah.
Like,
Dog said I had
Exactly.
no money, so he said I'm not even paying for my
I
shit.
came
he said, I
out
want to
here-
make sure that when I order this filet, this ain't gonna be
I
nothing
came
too
out
crazy.
here as a plus one. I met you here, and now we're here.
There's no way he met her there if he already had her number. There's no way.
Who said he had his number?
Well, no, because she said he texted her and
texted
asked
her.
her what the filet, like, was the filet of it. He texted her that. So I don't
may
think they
just be
met that day,
fuck
but that might have.
buddies.
That was. She said that was definitely their first date. She did say that. She said first and last.
Yeah,
this
that
keep it
was
sticky.
that wasn't a. He wasn't trying to do nothing with that.
Yeah.
He was like, fuck it, I'm here.
So let's move to the
Unfortunately.
move
next
to the
one.
next one. Damn.
The
Sorry
next one
about
was
that.
actually submitted by a guy. He said, "Shorty brought me on a double date with her brother, and his date was an old link for me."
But let me think. He brought.
Did he introduce
Say it one
himself?
more time.
And so his girlfriend, well, his shorty took him on a double date with her brother, and the brother's date was a woman he used to mess with.
Oh, okay.
What do you?
Shit.
I think I got that. So
The girl-
Kayla. Let's say okay. Boom. You're in.
dude-
I'm gonna do it.
You're in
so
the girl.
me-
No,
I,
you're in
I
the.
bring my bae on a double date, and the girl, I bring my bae on a double date with my brother.
No,
and
no,
my
no, no, no.
brother's-
You're the girl who the brother is dating, and you have had relations with the
Oh, you wanna
guy.
flip it?
I want to flip it. What is going through your mind?
Oh, as the girl, and you see your old dude.
Yeah.
So
and-
I ain't
yeah.
gonna lie, I'm gonna say something because I don't want it to
To
like,
who?
my date.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm that type of person. Like,
Okay.
I don't like any type of weird vibes, animosity, and I mean, I keep shit pee, but I can be real awkward in situations like that because you don't know how to keep. And then it's like if you keep it too cool and your nigga find out later, him like, damn, why was you so cool about the whole thing? You know what I'm saying? Then it makes it look like you might still have something going on with bro and y'all playing it. So I'm gonna just go ahead and cut all that shit at the throat.
Facts. Okay.
And we just gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's how I would do that.
That's a solid. That's solid right there. I
Yeah,
can't
I'm
hold you.
cutting all that at the
That
throat.
jaw drop and tell it all. You walk.
Right, it's like if you
That
jump
nigga
scare, like
nigga walk back to the table. Hey, what's wrong, bro? Nothing.
Can't even
Sick
tell
as
you.
But
what,
would y'all say something?
You know what's crazy? I'm sorry, Kayla. You know what's crazy? This nigga's looking at the table like, yo, I'd hit his sister and his bitch.
Yeah, nigga looking like that. I got two. It's sick.
Y'all is
I'm
sick,
running
bro.
through your whole shit, nigga. You down too, bitch. You down too,
Y'all
pissy
sick.
ass boy.
But
I'm
no,
just
would
telling you.
y'all say something though? Like,
Would y'all say something to my? To I would have to say.
like
to
if you
my,
show up and your girl's brother is dating something you used to deal with, would you tell your girl?
Have you ever been in a situation like that where you had to tell your shorty, like, not, even this situation aside, you know what I'm saying, you pull up somewhere and it's you, whoever you with, and then somebody you just happen to pull up in the room. You know what I'm saying? It's the same situation, but have you ever been in a situation where you had to do that?
Right. I think that's just like.
That's
one of those Twilight zones.
No, I was gonna say, I can say for sure I've been in both sides, bro. I've been on both sides of that. You know what I'm saying? I've pulled up and been damn, I fucked this nigga's bitch. And I've also been like, damn, this nigga fucked my bitch at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. Like I've been there for both, and then there's also been, you know, somewhere with me and, you know, shorty, and then it's a shorty I used to have dealings with, and she like, and it was that situation was funny as fuck because she knew it before she even asked me. You know what I'm saying?
Girls they be able to tell.
Watch your Instagram.
I know, right?
Keep your passwords hidden.
I'm screaming.
She was on my shit for about a smooth 6 months, my boy, and it was like that's how I knew that you was being faithful. What you mean? I told you I was being. I was on your Instagram.
See, but no, that's going whole left. Like she kind of was seeking that information out. I'm talking like you just like.
That's never blindly happened.
Nah,
to me.
but that just.
Yeah, I was about to say I do a good job of controlling my vibe. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm at the club or I'm anywhere, like I'm controlling all that shit. Let's ask this. Tell Charlie get the fuck. Don't go home. Come over. Get the fuck over.
But what if you didn't know?
Let me ask this.
What you mean I didn't know? Go ahead.
Well, I'm saying that because like he's saying like that's the brother's link. If your shorty's like, oh, let's go on a double date, and you show up in the link, like you had no idea. That's a situation where you couldn't control that environment because you didn't even know who was linked.
I think the date's over.
Yeah, not real doing a turnaround.
What Valentine's Day you might be stuck if they ain't McCormick and Smith. But I'm like,
that's an awkward. First of all, that's an
awkward. Y'all have good. Nah, we won't doing that. Boom, you say that right. You present it, you leave, and she's like, okay, You talk about it for 10 more minutes. You go out on a whole different. If it's not Valentine's Day, you have plenty of backup options. You good? Get the fuck out of there. Cut bait. Cut. Why?
Man.
Why would you struggle through that?
Bro,
because at what point do you say something then and ruin the whole vibe?
You have to say something damn near immediately.
Yeah, like the minute you spot it, you would have. You're like, hey, babe, I left something in the car. Can you come with me real quick, like before you even bust that curve?
And you come back into the restaurant.
Yeah, we gonna sit. We gonna see this through. Got to see it. Got to see it through, my boy.
If you don't, it creates a very, I'm gonna say hostile environment.
It's more hostile than it could be, than it really needs to be.
Because it's like, imagine you don't, or you find out too late. You find out after dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So now
then
you
it's sick. You at the crib.
You sitting there and
y'all, all I see is that when BRIL walk in, BRIL just makes a beeline to the bathroom, texts his shorty, yo, my stomach hurt. We should leave. Like he not even gonna like put himself in the situation.
God, I'm a point guard, bro. I'm saying. Nah, shorty. So that right there, that in there was this the third. Your brother he got a decision to make, but we gonna go ahead this way. And then that's a conversation. That's like another 5-minute conversation. She not even thinking about it. But if you sitting there in the date, she knows this information. That shit is going. She can try her best. That whole shit is
weird. I disagree.
She gonna be being petty. She gonna be passive aggressive.
I disagree because it's like I'm here with him. You here with him.
Yeah, look, that's the mature way to think about it for sure. I thought about that too. It's a mature way than an immature way.
I feel like you guys are so emotionally intelligent, Kaylee. I don't know if you're speaking from a woman who is in love.
That's what I said.
You right, we speak generally on this podcast. I keep forgetting
from a woman who is in love with the nigga, assuming that you're going with, like, not like a nigga that's like, he kind of, I got a couple more. I love this nigga.
I love him with all my heart, because I love him, that's the only reason why I am gonna sit there and act like I got some sense, because I love this man.
Right. No, not trip out, but internally, how are you feeling? Are you able to put that to the side?
Blood boiling.
Is it not in the forefront of your mind?
I'm gonna let y'all. And this is me tooting my own horn. This is Kayla.
Okay.
You see how high this is?
Oh shit, I know where this going.
You see how high this is?
Go ahead.
You might get a little close. You ain't going over that line. Okay. So in my mind, and then the fact that you there with somebody else and not my man, you can't come over this line.
This is your brother at that.
Right. I'm gonna say my brother chose down. That's his fault. But what I'm saying is, I view myself like this. There's no woman above me. There's women that look different from me. Different women that bring different attributes. Women that you might be pretty, but in the head you messed up. There's always something going on. So to me, if I'm up here and my man is with me and we madly in love, and I'm looking at you like, oh, used to deal with him, used to. Past tense, things happen. People have past. You know what I'm saying? Everything is past tense. Now you're right. Maybe I am just a little too emotionally intelligent for my own good. But if it's if my brother thought enough of the woman to bring her and introduce her to me,
on a double date
to me, that says that my brother actually might see some potential in shorty too. So I'm not even gonna worry about addressing it on that aspect. I'm gonna just worry about my happy home.
You don't think the cookout might be a little, the holidays might be a little weird?
If she stick around long enough, but clearly she ain't work for my nigga, so she might not work for my brother. Who knows? I mean, but different people like different things. I'm not even gonna throw shade at shorty. Look, you put me in a situation like it actually is happening. I don't even know.
I mean, that's what we're giving them advice technically.
I mean, in that situation, as a woman, I'm gonna tell y'all. Tell your man, like, or whatever the case may be, just go ahead and tell him, because men, he'll be sliding down the wall, snotty nose, knowing you let him cheers or take a shot with a nigga that you've been fucking. Like,
and
just
once
go
again,
ahead and tell
ladies,
him, please,
this
please,
nigga
because they
is
sick.
That he's hitting my sister, bruh. He can't. I can't talk. I gotta take the bass out of my voice when I talk to him. Yeah, dog, I'm being real. I feel like a squirt when I. Yo, you can't. You gotta say yes, sir, when you talk to that man, bro. He's slinging dick in your household, boy. Hey,
let's get out of pocket.
Anyway,
so last question I was gonna say: do y'all care to know about y'all's partner's pasts, or are y'all emotionally intelligent enough to not care?
I think it's a degree of what we mean. Like, I don't need to know every woman that you ever dealt with in college, but if there's someone where the relationship was of significance, if it helped mold or shape the person that you are, if it's an experience that you learn from, like, I want to know about stuff like that. The healthy stuff, or even some of the toxic stuff, because the toxic stuff breeds. It's learned lessons. But personally, I don't want to know every girl. Like, if you work, say for instance, you work in the club and you used to bartend or something, and the shorty that you bartend next to, that you don't deal with her no more, but y'all still work together, I really don't care about stuff like that. Because again, this is the bar. Like, you're here now. You at home now. This is the bar. So for me, I'm emotionally intelligent enough to where I don't want to know that. But men, oh boy.
Good, fellas. What do we have on that? Paint, what you got? What you got, Paint?
Swinging on around.
I honestly, the way I look at it is, everybody has a past for sure. I would just like to know, and we touched on this beforehand, that it's not one of my homies. Like, if I find out that you had any kind of dealings with any of my homies past, like a talking type, it's raps. It's raps.
Wait, talking? She didn't even have sex with him? She just talked to him?
No. If it's anything more than that, like, they chopped it up with it. Okay, cool. But y'all was, boy was dragging that shit. Absolutely fucking not.
So what happened to one man's trash is another man's treasure?
Who the fuck said that?
Hear me out, though. I would never, and I mean never, under no circumstances.
He didn't know the first nigga that left the trash.
You know what I'm saying? Because
he did.
He just picked it up off the street. He didn't see him drop it.
Like, you can't, man. I just feel like that's just a big loyalty thing, man. Like, even if as a man, like, like, your homie could have, I mean, obviously, like, you don't want to date nobody ugly, you know what I'm saying? But, like, if you really rock with somebody, like, you don't even look at like, their work is an extension of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, if if I'm pulling up, like, and they ladies was here, okay, if I'm going to get something for these niggas, hey, what y'all need? Like, y'all need something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They fam now, like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
that.
but it's also other niggas who I know who you can't bring your shorties around. You know what I'm saying? And that's
You got to know that.
That's where I find.
I think men are worse at. I think men, y'all really. Well, I'm not saying. Well, we speak generally. I think men are more notorious for just like that whole Mr. Steal Your Girl thing. You know,
because we've done it.
Right. But that's why it hurts y'all more, and that's why y'all don't. But like y'all don't like that sharing thing because y'all know y'all are.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think what it is I know the frame of reference is called Steal Your Girl. I don't think niggas are notorious for stealing anybody's girl. Niggas are notorious for fucking your bitch and giving her back. Women are the ones who are generally you're going for. You could be fucking this nigga. You are trying to get you could fuck this nigga 1,000 times. You don't win until you get the nigga.
We play for keeps.
As a women's value is determined in keeping a man.
Exactly. There's no nigga who is looking at another nigga's girl like except on BMF and like, I'm gonna take her and make her my wife. He's like, can I pipe that shit without her breaking up with him?
Right.
That's why y'all like being side niggas. I've noticed that a lot of men would prefer to be the side nigga over
people
anything.
like being side niggas.
That shit is a discount.
No. Nah, people. No, it's not even that, bro. People like being side niggas because it comes with no accountability.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
No consistency,
People
no
like,
commitment.
Yeah, bro. People like being side niggas because like I can come do this and
Get all the perks without
and
all
not
the
even
losses.
And now it's not even all the perks, bro. Like
I was like, you don't
pulling
get
up and
all the
you
perks.
getting you pulling up just getting like crumbs of not for real. You gonna pull up and get
You
crumbs
get the
of
leftovers
pussy and
after I
shit.
made his plate.
Nah, for real. Like
That's
The
the
fact you
crumbs.
even making me a plate, so I mean I got something.
Facts.
You
And I
got a
don't
half
gotta.
a piece
I don't
of
gotta
salmon.
do
He got a
half.
whole
And I don't
piece.
have to do
I don't gotta-
exactly.
exactly.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
get the
have-
same plate
I
he
don't
got,
gotta
and I
deal
ain't
with-
have to do no work.
I don't gotta deal with your attitude like him. When you got attitude, I don't even see you.
No,
You
and
what I'm
I
saying?
know
When-
if I got an attitude with him, I'm gonna come tell you.
it come to, but I don't.
Shit,
The
that's
overall
it.
emotional
Oh.
shit, I don't have to deal with that shit. The emotional burden, consistency, taking out the trash, bitch. I ain't got to take out your trash, bitch. You wash your car, nigga. That's your nigga job.
That's-
I'm coming
I got
to
Y'all
drop
are
it off.
terrible
I got
side
one
niggas.
job.
You not washing my car? You ain't taking out the trash?
You got a nigga.
When? Right, that's what you have a
You
nigga.
got a nigga.
Oh,
At this
y'all are
point,
terrible.
You got a nigga who don't take out the trash.
First
At
of
this
all,
point,
okay, hold on.
God, send a new round.
Time. Okay.
Of side
If you have, first of all, anybody, if you are in that side role, man, do not pull up to somebody else. Like that's the biggest game I could give somebody, man. Like people get killed off shit like that.
Facts.
Oh, yeah,
That's in
don't
the
go
Bible.
nobody.
That's
You
in
know
the
what I'm
Bible. That's in
saying?
the
Like,
Bible.
bro, you
Somebody
cannot
get killed.
pull up
Somebody get killed.
like real talk, bro. You can't pull up to another man's house where he lay his head at.
Yeah, that shit's nuts. That's mad.
And beat his wife down,
That's
nigga, and
crazy.
then think that shit. Because here's the thing, she gonna catch that shit too. Like that's one of those situations where nobody is safe.
That's
bruh.
a Chris
Like,
Benoit. You don't want that
yeah.
shit. You don't want that shit.
Yeah.
That shit can get mad ugly. Quick.
Goddamn, what about you, Stir? We ain't asked. I know we went past it.
So mine
but,
is sort of. I'm on the more like Kayla said. I'm emotionally like intelligent enough. Like I understand. Like when you deal with a bad girl, bro, it come with past and it comes with stuff. So like some stuff I would rather not know. I personally don't be asking. But sometimes it'll come up naturally in conversation. I'm not dodging it. We'll talk about it if it's healthy and I mean maybe like you said it's toxic, but you learn from it. That's cool. We can talk about it. I don't go out asking like, all right, who did you date? Who is this? Who is this guy? Who? Like if I find out, I do all my vetting prior to even.
Prior to,
you know what I'm saying? So I already know the niggas you dated. I already know who they are. I know they IGs. I done seen them on your page. Seen them go off your page. I was already hip, but I'm not like dodging it, and I'm not like being antagonistic as far as like trying to get you to tell me about them because I feel like you said I'm here now.
Facts.
So I'm really not worried about it.
I want to add something to that real quick, bro. Like I like when I'm getting to know someone and over time we're starting to flesh out who they used to be.
Yeah,
and
it
like
comes
we're
out naturally.
building that and we're it's like, oh, I'm learning about your college days. I'm learning about who you
Yes,
were in high school.
exactly.
I'm looking like, oh, you was a
And you a
pimp.
changed
Like,
nigga.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
you a
I'm like,
changed
oh, I
nigga,
got
like,
okay. So it
reformed
kind of like as a
version.
woman, it gasses me up. It hypes me up to know that
You got the best version.
I'm getting the best version of you. You're growing. You're learning. You know, by no means are you perfect, but it's helping me put a criteria and a body to who you are overall as a person or the experiences that have made you who you are. I love that about getting to know men. And I don't want you to throw it all at me like on the first day, like, oh, you see her right there? Yeah, we used to fuck around. Or like,
Right,
oh yeah,
that's
you see the girl that just
crazy.
bought us the shots like that. Like that
That
to
can
me,
be a lot. And generally, the niggas who are of that tier probably have a bit of history. Generally,
yeah.
For me, it's slightly different. For me, honestly, who you dated, as long as I'm not close to him, who you dated, if it was a serious thing, I don't really care to know much about that history because it was it was a situation. I assumed you done everything to please the nigga if it was a serious situation.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to know about who I might know who came through and got it on discount.
Yeah.
If any nigga who came
The
through
niggas
and
that
got the
slipped in.
shit,
Oh,
that's the niggas. That's the niggas. I
That show your character. Why you in a fucking?
I just it's not even just the total name. It's anybody who I know. If you've been hanging around me, you've been around me, and this is not no first date shit. This is like
for sure.
we are very close.
It was like a situationship kind of.
No, this is very close to me saying, "I be my girl." Now we're in that stage, like a week or two, maybe a month for me.
Well,
doing
no, I'm
that.
saying you want to know about the situationships and like the random, the one-offs.
I need to know that.
Exactly.
Listen, any nigga who came through and got it, he put his soul out there. He was damn near trying to be boyfriend. I want to know. I don't care about them niggas. I need the niggas who.
That didn't do nothing.
What you doing? I need them niggas.
What you
That's
doing?
what you need to know. Do you need a list of those?
I need. Not even a list.
Those are more important.
Who
Those are more
do I?
important.
Who do I know? Do I know them? Do they hang around my
But
niggas?
what is the criteria for knowing them? Because I think that's another thing too with women. If we don't know them, well, I'm gonna say for myself, if I don't know them, I really don't care. But for men, it's like, what is y'all make friends over? We've talked about this before. Y'all make friends over
any nigga
nothing.
who I've dapped up more than 3 times in my life.
But you dap people up all the time.
Any nigga who
Not
I've
the
dapped
same
up 3
nigga, though.
times. 3, not like I know
Any
them.
per-
I know
look,
them. I know them
any
first
person-
name. I
any
know them on
person-
first name basis. I've dapped him up 3 times. I see him once. College is a little bit easier.
That's
When
what
you're
I
an
was
adult,
about to say,
when you're an
like-
adult, you don't do that as much. In college, it's a little bit easier if you apply to like a college. If I dap him up more than 3 times, I know him on a first
In
name
real
basis.
life.
If I see him and walk past him and don't say nothing, and I feel funny, then I need to know the
What
name.
if you follow him on Instagram?
I don't give a fuck about that
man,
shit.
shit.
I don't give a fuck
Oh,
about
okay.
that
I just
shit.
want to make sure, like, because some men will be like, "Oh, I see his stuff all the time."
Now,
That-
if
that
you
type
under,
shit.
if now I'm a little stickler about this. 'Cause I do it myself. I don't be under. I made this one of my resolutions. I stopped getting under girls' pictures. Like I don't like nobody pictures.
Yeah, that social media shit is don't.
I'm gonna
really-
tell you though, because I don't like if I'm scrolling. I don't want to see my shorty
Like,
underneath
yeah.
somebody's shit, liking his shit,
Absolutely
liking.
not.
Think about it. Like if you was dating somebody and you see your nigga under every girl picture, liking it.
And now Instagram got that joint where, especially if you,
Yeah, if
you
you
and your
talk to that-
girls,
right.
they gonna show her a
It's
lot
gonna
of the
show
people that you
the person
liking.
you talk to the most.
And the last thing
Girls
you want to
like
do
STERL like this
is
picture.
have a picture that you like pop up on a girl picture, and she see
Your name first.
your name first, and then it's this girl with her whole ass out on the beach. And then you
Any
like,
picture, I just keep it flat. I only like my niggas pictures, like on some like support type shit.
no facts.
You know what I'm saying? I
Niggas
don't-
ain't.
Think about it. You don't
think
think
Once
about
again,
it.
you're not speaking for a woman who's in love with this nigga. That's what I'm saying.
But y'all act like I ain't never loved a nigga a day in my life.
Have you loved a nigga, Kayla?
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk
Yeah,
about
let's
it.
get
Let's
into
talk about
it. Matter of fact,
Let's
we got a
talk
couple
about
minutes.
it.
Because
Kayla's too hard on these niggas,
We go
man.
exactly. Kayla, pimpin', bro.
She don't love you hoes.
Pimpin', man. Pimpin'. Tell us about a nigga that you loved. Like I'm talking about, like he had your soul.
in real life,
In real life.
not no play college shit. Afterwards, have you loved?
I mean, to be real, I ain't
hard?
really been in like I haven't been in any serious relationships post college.
Well, there we go.
Okay, go ahead.
rock out.
But I got caught up
ISO.
in like a situation that we just never let it go, and it just got real deep, and Terry should have broke that up, but like
Dang,
no, like put it in reverse, Terry, like the man.
She was going off your shit.
No,
I got you.
right, thank you,
called
sir.
the joke.
Like I wasn't
She was
name
running off your
dropping.
joke.
Hey.
Right, I was running off your joke. Chill.
Terry, come on, Terry.
But no, it shouldn't have gone as far as it did. But because we got so deep in it, and it was, just being in that space with him and like working towards being in a relationship for whatever reason that I don't want to talk about on camera, that it didn't go into fruition. Being able to like really love somebody and like love them for who they are and looking past and all that stuff. I have been in love. I've actually been in love more times outside of a relationship than I have been in a relationship, because I realized being in love is an action. Like it's a act of like.
It's a verb.
Yeah, it's a verb. It's one of those
You're
things.
doing it.
Yeah, you're doing it
now.
Yeah, it's like
Doing
it's
it.
being in love involves like loving someone to a fault to where when they hurt, you hurt. When they're sad, it could ruin your whole day. And it's like it's not hard to get into a space like that with someone if you're talking to them consistently, you're seeing them all the time, you feeling what they feel, even without the titles and stuff. So I tell people all the time, you can be. I've met men who will tell me they've been in relationships with women and were not in love with them. Never got to that point where they were ever in love with them, like ever. And when you think about it, it sounds wild. But it's actual because when you say, oh, I'm in a relationship with this person, you may like who they are, you may love everything about them, but if that person's mood can't affect yours, or you're not willing to jump through certain loops and hoops, it's just you just never got there. And I had one relationship where it just never got there. We never got to in love.
I don't understand. Not saying this wrong because it's just me. My shit could be completely wrong. I don't understand I can understand how you fall out of love and fall back in it, but how do you initiate a relationship when you're not in love with shorty?
That's a good question.
Because you look
are you
at qualities. I think a lot of times, like, it's she's a good girl, she has this, she has that, she has that.
It's a business decision.
Yeah, it's like, why would I let that go when I could just see? Because I know with women, me and a guy actually talked about this recently. Women, we're more likely to, he's okay, he does this, he does that, I can grow to love him. We will quickly get into a space with someone where we may not be 100% sure and just grow to love and adore who they are. Some men are willing to also take that same risk, and I know a few of them.
So what that
I think
sounds like
that
is
shit works with it works with women sometimes. You can grow to love a nigga.
It's not necessarily settling sometimes, because think about it like this. We don't know what that deciding factor may be. And I've learned from people who are married, like our age that are married, they say it's one of those things where it's like, are you gonna sacrifice the 80% you getting for somebody who's offering that 20%?
Yeah.
Are you gonna give up that whole 80 for somebody who's giving you that 20? They might not. It's not the whole 100. It's just that 20% that you're missing. So it's like, think about it like this. That
It's
girl,
like Tyler Perry, why did I get married?
it's
type
literally
shit.
like that. Like that girl might have had the whole 80, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go for it. But that 20 might just have been in the back of his mind, like, you know what? You'll never get over the fact that she's missing this. And that's what keeps people from falling completely in love with certain people. But like I've said before, I'm not opting for 80 or 20. I kind of want to get as close to 100 as possible. There's some things I'm willing to negotiate on, but 99 and a half is like the lowest I'm willing to go.
Let's look at time. Oh, we at 30. We at 30. We at 30. Pause again.
She really just been putting work into herself and like bettering herself.
That little fast girls go on before they ruin their life. Their hair growing, they taking the biotin, they drinking water.
You know what I'm
working
shocked?
out.
I'm shocked she didn't cut her hair. Because you know a lot of times with women, they say like, oh, you cut your hair, you're about to change your life. It's either you cut it or you dye it red. One of those two things happen, something major's about to happen.
With that haircut, it's always either great or bad. Like women either fall off bad or they just go
I think
like
my
they look
haircut
amazing.
is like
It's either one of
I miss my haircut.
Yeah. But like I said, it's either really good or really bad, man. I've seen some girls cut it and it's like, damn, that's a good look. So you might need to bring this back every 2-3 years. Man.
It's funny because that's the timeline, like 2 or 3 years. Every 2 or 3 you cut it.
Just enough to grow back, you know what I'm saying? But there's some girls that cut it and it's like, ooh, girl, that was
and then they be wearing hats for like a month straight till it start growing out. Then they get braids.
Then they get braids. Then they get. Well, you know what? After the braids get in, they almost never recover. Almost never recover, man. No. Rich Royals, man. But we back. Last thing we want to talk about before we get out of here, man. Non-negotiables, man. Non-negotiables. Just to let you know, over 50% of the topics that we've been talking about are not on our board to talk about. We just free flowing because we got the vibe like this. Where would you see a vibe like this? None other than the epicenter. You know what I mean? So non-negotiables. Let's start with STERL, man. I feel like I ain't heard your voice enough.
Don't come to me.
What you got?
Too controversial, man.
Non-negotiable. Well, send us viral then, bro. For the pod. COE.
I was trying to think about it. Non-negotiable. I'm not going for it. You just can't be too. I think we talked about this already. Like, you just can't be too out here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what is
in the wrong way. Too out here in the wrong way. Too many
niggas
niggas know your name. Too many niggas don't hit. Basically, I don't want a lot of niggas on your body.
What if people know my name but they ain't hit?
That's cool.
Oh, okay, because you
I said it's a yeah. It's not like it's physically.
Okay.
Yeah, that's literally probably. I mean, one of my maybe when y'all say something to drop my memory, but off top, like that's what I'm making sure of.
I don't like mama's boys.
Nigga, what? You don't like mama's boys?
I can't. I've tried it, and with some of them is cool. Like your mama cool is cool, but it's like.
Tell us your mama boy frame of reference.
I ain't gonna get too deep into it, but it was just a situation where like.
I'm sorry, so sorry, cut you off. Was this the same nigga mama that you still talking to?
No. No, what are you?
You remember that?
Yeah.
No.
No. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. No. It was more so just like that control of like his mother's opinions and like how heavily they may weigh on him and like, oh, my mama, she need me to do it. I'm like, bro, she got a husband. Tell Bill to do it. Like, you know, just like why is it that you still doing stuff for your mama when she got a husband? Like, I just it's that codependency sometimes between mothers and their sons, especially single black mothers, and then when they get boyfriends, their sons still bear the weight of like having to emotionally hold down their mothers. I just keep me far away from it. Do you and your mom have a healthy relationship? Check one, yes or no. Like that's kind of what I meant. No mama's boys.
Okay, thanks.
Maybe not too goofy, but
no. The way you broke it down, it's just like okay,
yeah, like it's unhealthy.
It sounds logical. It sounds very logical. Makes sense. Paint, what you got, man? Non-negotiable. Sorry, Shawty can't do it.
I'd say if a shorty is mad argumentative, I can't do that. That's a headache. I can't do it.
You know the Bible says it's better to live in a small corner in a shack than to have a quarrelsome wife.
See, that's what I need. Amen. Somebody pass the offering plate around because that's supposed to be. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Can't do it. You got a frame of reference? Do you have a frame of reference you want to share? No.
No.
That's
I'll leave that one. Yeah, man. I'm gonna let her be.
I'm cool
on you.
Facts. Yeah. Let her be. God bless her soul, man. For me, y'all niggas not gonna like this, but the more you know me, the more it makes sense. I can't deal with the you can't look like you can't run down the street, right? But no, it sounds shallow. It sounds shallow, but you gotta walk with me. All right, walk with me. So
let's get it.
I come from a country southern ass family. High blood pressure on my mom's side, diabetes on my dad's side. I've seen toes get cut off, legs get amputated, people go blind. I've seen people at 50, just at 50, fall and break hips and never really recover, be bedridden. Mm-hmm. So if you can't run down the street at 30, there's no way in shit you're gonna be able to survive a fall at 50. So I'm looking, and because I'm being honest. Being honest, we've had grand people like, and there's no way I want to work this hard to get all this money and build this healthy relationship with someone I love and possibly lose them from something preventable at 45, 50 years old. There's no way. You're not leaving me, shorty, unless God say it's time. Yeah, what's up?
I have a question, and this is one of like my first date questions. I always ask men like, if I ever got fat, how would you tell me? Or like if I was ever gaining a bunch of weight, how would you go about telling me? And I love to hear the responses because your responses, right? Because your response will tell me whether or not you can deal with me or whether or not you can like communicate with me based on what I need for it to get through my head. So how would you tell your shorty?
The number one thing I'm gonna do is I'm busting my ass in the gym. That's the first thing. My first strike is to I'm about this next 3 months. I'm about to get put on fire. I'm about to get straight, and I'm about to just come in. I'm walking around the crib naked, walking around just like if you don't see this, and at least like, well, maybe I need to go to the gym.
But no, this be her. Ooh, babe, you look so good. You want to play? Like it just goes.
If that
it's like, thank you.
If that doesn't work, it's like a real conversation. Like, hey man, you need to slide to the gym. Well, you know what I'm saying, let me work you out because I used to be a trainer. That's why these things are so. I understand anatomy, so I can look at you and tell that your knees are bowing in. I can tell that your feet are getting flatter. I can look at you and it's bad. I can look at you and tell, like your core is getting weaker.
Hey, baby, you're getting a little knot deep.
You think it's funny, bro? I can see this shit, bro.
It's not, but it's the way you say your knees bowing.
I'm looking at your posture. Like I can't help but see this. I went to school for this shit, bro. Mm-hmm. Like I can name bones and how shit is supposed to stack and shit. I'm like, ooh, okay.
So wait, Stir, how you gonna tell your girl? I want to know.
You gotta go to the gym.
You just gonna say it. You wake her up one morning and be like, hey, yo, you coming with me?
Yeah.
And she be like, no. What you gonna say?
We gotta go to the gym.
Like, it's not a no. It's a no, get up. Let's go.
Yeah. What we saying no for?
What you gonna do, Pang?
Shit. Realistically, I'm not...
We need you to assume that she's getting past the point of acceptance.
Okay, right. It's past the point of like.
Okay. So all right. So what I honestly would think, really, and we're talking about women, so we're gonna talk in general. You know what I'm saying? I think that most women, 9 times out of 10, are gonna complain about their weight before you even say anything to them about that shit.
Ooh.
So like, if they're constantly like, oh, I feel fat, I don't like the way I look in this, my whole thing with that, like I'm somebody who's like, okay, like I want you to feel good, but I want you to feel good for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like you ain't looking how you need to, don't come to me for validation on that shit, because then you're gonna flip it on me. Nah, if you feel like you need to go to the gym, come on, let's go to the gym.
Okay, but wait.
When are you saying, literally saying that? When
right, yeah.
When I would like.
Okay, let's roll. James, do you think I look big? I need to go to the gym. What do you think?
Like, well, if you feel like you need to go to the gym.
No,
that's
real, around the bush.
No, I'm not. Because
what does it get to the point?
Hear me out though. If when it comes to people's weight, especially with women's weight, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just you getting fat because now it's taking that like, and this is just me being a little bit deeper with the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you tell women I don't like how you look, right? Or you need to go to the gym. Woo. In her mind, it's like, okay, cool. She could, one, develop some kind of like anorexic type problem because she's never gonna be small enough. Yeah, she's never gonna be small enough for you. Or they think that you're just so physical, like you're just attracted to the physical being that they are and not who that person actually is.
Well, let's take out like certain factors aside. Like we know like postpartum there may be a situation, or if you know you're shorty and she's had eating disorders in the past, like, of course we can't go about it in certain ways, but what I'm saying is like
mentally healthy, just fat.
Right, I would say, what if I'm saying like she's perfectly fine, she's just sitting at home eating
I'm telling you that's me, like that's how I move. I be like, look, like if you.
So what if you doing all of that? What if it's like this whole do you think I look fat in this? And you like, no, like that's what I'm saying. Like, what is your response
I would be
in that situation?
It's not the best looking. You might change that shit.
I gotta see him do this.
Like,
I'm being dead ass though. Like I would never come out my mouth and just tell a shit like yo, you're fat, or like you need to go to the fucking gym. I would never that shit would never come out my fucking mouth.
Let me help niggas to some game. This is, I think this will work on the generality of women. I read this in a book, right? Women respond. This goes for please don't cancel me for generalizing stuff, but women who are employees, women who you're dating, even women in your family. I think as a whole, men respond better to challenge. Like, dog, bitch, I bet I can beat you down the street. You probably run faster than you ever have been challenging them. Dog, you ain't shit, nigga, you bitch. Oh, he'll probably fight harder than you ever thought. But women don't respond as well to a challenge. They respond to encouragement. So you might even put a little sauce on that lie. Be like, girl, you look bad, man. Matter of fact, your back muscles is fire. She gonna go to the gym and do back like none other if you compliment her back. You like that?
You gonna tell her back is fire, but whole time you mad about her goddamn gut.
Yeah,
like,
well,
you know what I'm saying?
You be like, girl, you hit her with some shit like, yo, your body fire, man. Your waist is just like your waist proportion is crazy. You don't think I got a gut? I mean, you got a little gut, but your waist, you tell her not that, you like, forget the gut, but you got like your waist, and I can see your abs through your joints.
It's so funny though, because a girl like me, I need Sterling's response. Like, I need you to be like, hey, look. Or if you see me in the kitchen, I'm making a second help and knock that plate out of my hand and be like, what are you doing? It sounds disrespectful, but to someone like me, I don't respond to the smaller things because sometimes I get so in here, the encouragement and stuff. I'm like, oh, thanks, babe. Go right back to doing what I was doing. Yeah. I need someone who's literally in my face, like, hey, look, it's like, I want you to be better. So let's get up and go. Like, actually do it.
This is my last on it. I don't want to keep going. This is my last on it. What you said? You're a team. The partner that brings you in is a team. You wouldn't tell somebody on your team if one of us was fucking up. You're gonna say, yo, you was fucking up. There's no reason to lie to your queen. There's no reason to soften it up. If y'all on the same team, she won't take your bluntness as disrespect. She's gonna take it as motivation. This is my partner.
You want to see me win.
I want to see you win. I would never say nothing disrespectful.
I appreciate that stance. I feel like there's a personality type where women can. We see it commonly with women who are entrepreneurs. They respond a lot better to assertive communication. They're different. There's aggressive, passive, and assertive communication styles. The women who are in business on their own generally are a lot better with handling assertive decisions than you're a full-time entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. However, let's entertain the fact like Payne was talking about. Let's say she is going through something mental. Let's say, you gotta be.
We can
make every situation a situation.
That's not what I was saying. That's not what I was saying.
What were you saying?
With that, what I'm saying is,
he's saying you don't want it to trigger. You
don't want it to trigger in something like that.
You don't want to be too blunt, and then all of a sudden she takes it super personal. Like, oh, my husband's just focused on how I look and not all the things I do for him. Like, you don't want it to trigger that. But I just feel like any woman that you're married to,
that's playing victim.
Exactly right. That's what I was just about to say. Like, it goes back to Sterling's point about us being a team. I would never think my husband is so worried about how I physically look, because let's be honest, depending on how far along this is, I probably don't even look like how I look when we first met anymore anyway.
I was speaking more to the point of maybe they stressed out, maybe it might be, life happens.
The only time I would say, like, okay, because I just talk about this shit, made me laugh. You need to go to the gym is if I'm sitting next to Shorty and I can hear you breathe. Like, that shit, I would be like, you have to go to the gym.
Oh, so now I have to go to the gym, but a second ago you was worried about me being anorexic.
No, real talk. Cause like,
how do you say that? How do you say that? You hear it in the movies and you.
I'm a laugh. I'm be like.
You're like, you hear that?
Okay.
I'm
gonna do it back. I'm gonna do it back.
Hey, as I've been editing these, I've been hearing you laugh, and that shit gives me dying. You hit that? Is that you? Is that you breathing?
Let me tell you something. That shit is so. If I laugh like that, something truly had just caught me off guard.
I can see you doing it in Shorty face and be like, "Is that really you breathing?"
And then mocking her. Then mocking her. Oh yeah, it'll never happen again.
She go to the gym.
She'll be in there 2 days.
I like
at least 2 weeks straight.
There's a right and a wrong way. There's a right and a bad way. You can't be mean to your partner. You should be on teams. You should think about.
We all trying to wrap up because we trying to get
I'm sorry.
It's
11 o'clock. We could do this all day.
My bad. Let's wrap it up.
Kayla's corner went long. Congrats on that.
I told y'all it was going. We still.
Yeah. So next time we'll take more time on that. Kayla's corner was lit. Hope y'all got some info.
Once again, thank you for everybody. Mackenzie's not here with us. Our trusty
shout out, man.
our trusty never dusty man. Paint, appreciate you. Paint dropped 30 this time, man.
Oh, God.
It does not go unappreciated.
Damn, no
Kayla
TV.
J, thank you for pulling up on us again. Our regular co-host, now part of the show. Kayla's Corner was lit.
Kayla's Corner.
Girls like STERL. We got check the pillows. Check the pillows.
One more time.
Wow. Front and back. Boom.
You did.
Epicenter.
See our beautiful faces on pillows and all other merchandise coming soon.
Exactly. Your favorite podcast ain't got no pillows, but that's besides that. Girls like STERL. But I don't like one back.
You did.
You know what I'm saying? We got, what was the moniker today?
Just host with the mouth.
Host.
I kept it simple. Need somebody to ghostwrite it.
Ghostwriter. We need a ghostwriter. Hit us. We need a ghostwriter, man. They responded last time. We put out the advertisement.
Somebody write me a nice tag. I can say it's Girls Like STERL, aka Mr. No Cap, blank.
Facts. And the episode, we need a jingle and a producer to produce shit.
We need a lot of shit.
We need an intro, like a whole little intro.
Yeah, let's come soon. May 6th we'll have something. Ooh. That's not another time. May 6th gonna be crazy.
They're crazy, man. We got a lot of big things coming up,
It's
man.
the day after Cinco de Mayo too, y'all. We gotta get
I'm
drunk.
gonna be so hungover.
Not to get into it, but
Damn.
big stuff coming
Woo!
soon.
Big stuff coming soon.
So hungover.
Big stuff coming soon. I expect a lot of people to be late that day. Please don't let it be us, man.
I was saying, please don't let it be us. Liquid IVs on deck for everybody.
Shameless plug. Let's do it, man. Thank you guys for listening. If you're viewing this, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please subscribe. If you're looking at the Instagram, stop being a hoe and follow the Instagram. We almost at 1,000.
We almost at 1,000.
We had that clip. That clip hit 120,000
Yours?
views.
2.5?
Yeah, that 2.5.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know all y'all 2.5 motherfuckers out there.
Stand up.
I said, BRIL, he said the whole time. I said, that's 3 times as many people as y'all got.
Hey,
No, it's not.
Because the 252 is the biggest area code
It
in
is
the
the
state.
biggest area code.
We take up the most of the state.
Absolutely.
Respect.
Tell them again.
Respect. Hey.
Exactly,
Yeah.
nigga.
You gotta show me.
Talk to us real nice.
704 is South
I
Carolina.
can talk to 704 real, it won't go that hard, I bet you.
That's
First of all,
solid.
you gonna
That's
stop
solid.
referring to us as the 704.
Nigga,
Fuck
fuck all the
Quincy,
other Charlotte is in South Carolina. How about that, nigga?
Yeah, the next 5.
Hey,
Y'all calling me out.
Anyway, man, appreciate y'all for watching this, listening to this, man. Pray you had a good time watching this, man. We know we did have recording and whatnot, so thank you for joining us the Epicenter podcast. That's DAEPICENTRE, the British way, in case you didn't know.
Isn't it?
The UK way. Did you say that bitch right?
Yeah, I said
Damn, I
that.
fucked it up.
God.
I was overthinking it.
Let's run back. Boom, boom. DAEPICENTRE, the British way, in case you didn't know.
The UK way.
And we out, man. Y'all stay blessed.
You dig?